Some sort of compact car. I don't know.
Is it German make or?
German make.
It might be a Mini,
Sure.
or it might be a Beetle, or it might be like a.
It's a mini something, so.
Well, there's a car called a Mini, so it could be that.
The only reason I know it's probably a mini is that at one point when I was visiting her and we were going into Indianapolis, like there was like a parking spot that's like specially reserved for mini cars
Oh, okay.
for her convenience. Like, yay.
Lucky her. How do I? Shit.
I actually hopped onto the server earlier today to do a little bit of quick stuff, but that's it.
It's all good. Damn it. I'm trying to figure out the riddle of the Sphinx with this stuff. With the glass. There's a way of splitting it, and I've done it before where you can split, like, everything evenly across, like, all these stacks, but I can't quite figure it out.
I think you have to hold down the stack and then spread it across.
Maybe. How much stone do I have? I actually have a lot of stone. That room is almost done, by the way. And then the real fun begins. It's mostly the ceiling that needs to be done, actually, at this point. Oh yeah, I also have to tear out this stuff.
So how much did you level up your dick?
Well, every time it was like, your dick feels lighter.
Lighter.
It feels lighter in your hands, man. Oh shit.
I mean, like, in terms of the amount of modifiers that you have.
I don't know. Oh, that's the thing I didn't figure out, is how to add things to it. And
Yeah, something to elaborate about the modifiers is that, like, it's Tinker's own special way of having to do, I guess, like, to include enchantments on your tools. Except because you can't do enchantments on custom tools.
See, like, I have become adept at handling them by dick. All that experience. Okay, so enchantments. Okay, wait. Let me go back to the place with enchantments.
Well, it won't help you having to mess with the enchantment table with that thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So how am I supposed to do something with it?
Because what kind of quote-unquote enchantments are you wanting to get to your pick?
I don't know what they are, so...
I presume that you want to have the dick last longer.
Yeah, that would be good. Oh, yeah, I see you moved everything inside, actually. Let me have a... wireless receiver. Yeah, the dick lasts longer would be good. That sounds excellent. That sounds right up my alley.
So what you need then is reinforcement plates to create, which is just need a bunch of obsidian and is asking for blank casts, which is having to mess with the smelter.
Reinforcement?
Yeah.
It's obsidian and a...
Yeah, the cast. For any type of cast for having to messing with the smelteries, you need to have like 2 ingots, gold ingots, and you have to pour the melted gold onto a blank table near the smeltery. So you're gonna have to remove the existing cast, and then yeah, there you go.
Oh, like that. What?
Hmm.
Oh no, I'm just apparently screwing things up here. There we go. Where was the thing to repair my thing? Maybe I'll do this with you later.
Oh, the tool forge is like outside the house.
There
I
you
have it
go. Yeah,
labeled.
yeah. I need it repaired anyways. What did I do wrong? Oh, I guess it just can't be repaired. Oh wait, no, that's the emerald axe. Oh, that's
Oopsies.
why. No, that's fine. And nothing happened. My diamond shovel is eventually gonna go. I don't know when though. Ah, let me in. Now, it's probably better if I just do it later. Figure it out then.
Yeah, we'll look into it next weekend.
Pretty much. How's your cosplay treating you right now?
Well, it's getting close to the first stage being done. The next stage having to resin it and then harden it.
You can add resin, and then, sorry, pardon it.
Okay, well, when I say resin, I mean having to add normally the stage you do first for most props or even armor pieces that they use fiberglass resin or like a polyester resin.
Mm-hmm.
For me, what I'm going to do instead, which actually worked the first time around, was to apply a coat of wood glue instead. Since the Pepakura is made out of cardstock, so it did oddly work out, so I'm going to try that again. Now, as for the hardening stage, I'm going to try something different with using Bondo.
Sorry, you say the hardening stage, and all I can think of is my dick.
Well, I knew it because I rolled my eyes when I said it.
You rolled your eyes. As you rightfully should.
Mm.
That's kind of neat. I've only done cosplaying like one time. I did book or duet, and I bought most of that like right off the bat. Because I'm not very artsy, if you don't know. I'm actually very low on the artsy scale.
Well, I mean, in terms of clothing, yeah, I've only like bought majority of them myself. Ah, dang it! Ouch! Fucking super glue to the ow!
Oh, not there. Anywhere but there. Where'd you put the super glue?
On my fingertips.
Not there. Oh, this is a hole. Oh, neat.
Yeah, granted, I could use different glue for this, but you know, this cures really fast, and I want to get this done fast.
Hey man, it's all about speed. Sometimes it's about, I don't know, girth. Alright. Whoops. You know, I'm starting
Boy,
to feel
this
like...
is a lively chat room.
I don't know, I just started. People are going to come in at some point.
We shall cease.
Trying to determine 1, 2, 3, that way. I refuse to see. Elliot's already here. That's when you know the party started. Can't have a party without Elliot. I'm gonna have to say I was gonna make the glass room like all across there, but I'm gonna probably not do that because it seems to be just in the mountain now.
You know, I haven't played BioShock in a long time. I kind of forgot like what the starting area looked like.
Oh, it's not the starting area. It's just the theme of the place I'm at. I just wanted to make an underwater city. That's all I want to do. I'm a simple man, Wikidoo.
Are you still wanting to try to do the Waterstone aesthetic somewhere?
Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? Because I saw that, I'm like, that looks pretty cool. That might be actually in the city. Who knows?
Starting area looks like a plane crash.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah. And then you go into the lighthouse. Wait, did I fuck this up? How did I... Dude, how's it that deep? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's just like kind of in here. I don't even know how I dug that far up there. Holy shit. I think I broke my axe. Yeah. Sorry, I broke my dick. It don't work no more. This is very elaborate entry to this place, though. Oh man. Did you see? Did you hear that Doom Eternal got pushed back?
Yeah, I did.
It feels bad, right?
In fact, let me go ahead and bring up a tweet that is should sound familiar.
Uh-huh.
If you're familiar with the ending text of episode 1 of Ultimate Doom, it should be familiar.
Okay.
All right, quote. Once you pre-order Doom Eternal and November 22nd comes around, you're supposed to get the game, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your preload of Doom Eternal and where's your free download of Doom 64? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat, but looks like Bethesda delayed Doom Eternal. Looks like you're stuck playing Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, and Doom 2016. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play the Doom series, and in March 2020, its amazing sequel, Doom Eternal.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
My only thing about them delaying it is it reduces my confidence slightly of the final product. Because it means that...
does it?
Yeah, for me, I start to lose faith in the final product for the simple reason that, like, if it was delayed, that means that something was poorly planned. So it means someone missed something, and now, yeah. I don't quite know how to put it, but yeah. I'm going to...
Well, I don't know if the same can be said about Nintendo, considering at one point they had to delay development, or rather restart the development of Metroid Prime 4, because they originally did not have Retro Studios helping out. Now they have to restart it with Retro Studios because they know how to do the stuff. The only difference, though, is that Retro Studios now is not the same as it was back in the early 2000s when they did the first Metroid Prime, so we'll have to see.
Well, that's my whole thing, though, is I'm like, if they had been doing it properly, then they probably shouldn't be having these issues. Something was basically planned out very poorly. That's all I'm saying.
You know, if anything, 2019 has been kind of had a running theme of that sort of thing, because, like, there was the, you know, this Doom Eternal, and then there's Metroid Prime 4 restarting, and then there's the Sonic movie.
Oh, God. No Sonic movie. No, thank you, sir.
Well,
I know.
what other examples can I pull out of my ass?
I know, but that's just ugh. Quite honestly, the real a lot of the problem is like there's too many people in the animation industry who think they're really great. That like they love all these things. They think they're really great at it, but they end up not really being all that great. And they take it very personally too, because these are things they didn't make, right? It's basically like I grew up with Sonic, I love Sonic, right? Or like I grew up with Doom, I love Doom. It's the same deal with StarCraft, I found, where it's made by StarCraft fans, but not people who actually, you know, are good at making games. So that's kind of the problem. Hey, Tafoofer. I know someone's gonna get offended out there, but sorry.
We had a conversation about Doom Eternal getting delayed and things like that.
Yeah. And then there's the whole Warcraft 3 Reforged. Someone was asking me yesterday, they're like, are you actually going to play Warcraft 3 Reforged, or are you boycotting Blizzard? And I'm like, I'm not boycotting Blizzard.
Blood clotting.
Blood clotting. Yeah, no, I have that going on as well. But that's a separate issue. What the fuck? Dude, how did I fucking do this? It went all the way up. Or no, it's just...
landed on you.
It was just fucking... Jeez.
Yeah, I think you just had excavate like upwards and that happened.
Yeah. I don't quite understand how that works all the time, but that's alright. I'll have to go up there and fix that in a minute. Just make a thing in there. I'm actually gonna go up there and see what the hell I did to it. What was I saying? I was talking about something. What was I talking about? Oh, Blizzard. Yeah, right. Like, there's this whole, like... You've heard the controversy, I'm sure, right? On that deal.
The Hong Kong stuff.
Yeah. People were like, are you playing... People were asking me, are you gonna play Warcraft 3 Reforged, or are you gonna boycott it? I'm like, I'm not boycotting it. Because, to me, none of this was a real surprise, actually. I already knew this was going on, and I still bought StarCraft 2. It was around the StarCraft 2 time I already knew they were, like, basically in the hands of, like, China and just a big, like, multi-corporate, like, entity. I think definitely around Diablo 3, that's when it really became solidified. I knew I would never get, like, old Blizzard back. And then I just started making fun of all their games. So, this shit is not a surprise to me at all. So that's why I'm not really changing anything, because, like, it didn't bother me before. I thought they were garbage. Then they're still garbage now. They're like, oh man, they're scum of the earth. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, they are. Welcome to a couple years ago, guys. We knew this already. There are some things not even Tracer's ass can fix. Same with Valve, and you still played Arc Warden. You mean like in the hands of like too influenced by China? Yeah, Valve's basically the same way. Like what was that guy 2GD who they banned from the Valve tournament? Because he was in Shanghai and he made fun of the event because it was like really cheap and low quality, which it really was. And he was honestly, he was the funniest thing. He actually he salvaged that entire event. And I'm so sad that they fired him. As I said, same thing with Valve. Go get pissed at Valve too. And Dota. But hey, you know what? Good for people for, you know, trying to stand up to the shit. It's all about Roadhog gas now? I don't know. How much did you ever play Overwatch, Wiki? Just curious.
Uh, trying to recall the last uh trying to recall the progression of like characters that were added when they were added to the game here. I'm sure it was around the time when Sombra came out, maybe. Actually, no, it was when what was her name? The female rhino bot Orisa or something? I don't know.
Oh, that thing? Is that hamster thing? My
No, it
lord.
was definitely before the hamster.
Fucking hamster, dude. I hate that hamster so much.
Yeah, it was at least before the hamster, is when I last played.
Ugh. I mean, I couldn't take the game seriously before that. So I was playing as, some blue sniper person. You know? There's a certain...
Maker.
Yes. There's a certain point where you're like, this just... nothing makes sense anymore. They just, like, they kind of just roll some dice and like, alright, guys. We're gonna make, like, they have, like, separate... they have separate, like, dartboards, and, like, each one is, like, how many limbs they've lost. Are they good or evil, or whatever, It's like, just like, every character is designed through RNG. Why is she purple again? I don't know. Do you need a reason? Do you need a reason for her to be purple? That's all I'm saying. All I know is...
I think the reason has something to do with her blood flow being slower or something. I don't know.
That sounds entirely plausible, but yet unplausible at the same. It sounds plausible from a story, from a lore perspective. Man, I wonder what Bill Roper thinks about all this.
Who?
Bill Roper is one of the original guys who did like StarCraft and all this stuff. He was one of the founding guys of Blizzard, I'd say. Definitely when he went away, things went downhill. So I feel like... I'm not gonna say he was necessarily responsible for all the nice things that happened, but he at least was the canary in the mine that basically kind of said something has changed in Blizzard and no one's gonna like it. I think around WoW is when he departed. Couldn't really tell you. All I know is he left, and oh yeah, he did Hellgate London. Did you ever play that or no?
Not really, but I think I might have seen you and a couple of others play.
It was really good. Like, it was super good. But it flopped because Mr. Roper unfortunately was treating his company like it was Blizzard, which had like unlimited money. And he didn't have unlimited money, so they ran out of money. It's one of those things that it actually sold really well, if I recall, but they spent so much on development on things that they shouldn't have. But they actually did make a really kick-ass game. Did that turn into a Chinese game? No, Korean, actually. And it was mostly because the bank... they took out another loan, and the thing that was the, what was it called? The collateral was the game. So basically, if, like, they went bankrupt, then the bank owns their game, and that's what happened, and then they sold it to a Korean company. That's just what happened. So... yeah. You've never been much into Diablo though, besides the first game. Do you ever try Tufu? Do you ever try Path of Exile? I know you see me play it a lot, but that's because it is actually a really good game. It's really good. Like, it's actually the Diablo 3 that we all wanted, kind of thing. That's
You
why.
know, speaking of Diablo and as well as people splitting off from Blizzard, there was the main guy of like Diablo, that went off doing his own thing called like Graybeard Games or something, and he tried making a game called It Lurks Below, which is basically like a hardcore version of Terraria, as in like definitely heavily emphasized survival. Like if you're not taking care of your crops or anything like that, you will die a lot. or any kind of self-sustaining shit. Uh, I tried it at one point, and yeah, it's kind of like, oh, progression slow. It hurts.
Well, that's how it goes sometimes. You think PoE is a bit too overwhelming with all the choices, but that's like a classic game thing where, like, complexity of games, right? Shit. I'm trying to remember how to. Fuck. Why is
You
it pick?
shift left click on the face. There you go. Yeah,
Oh,
on the
there you go.
picture.
Okay. Fuck. I have too much stuff. Here, just get rid of this crap. Let me go put this stack in there. Trying to remember. PoE and Dota are fun to watch, but I probably would never play them personally. Yeah, I can understand that. I actually like watching. I like watching Dota a lot, as well. I still like watching Dota. I might load it up today, by the way. It depends how I feel today. Depends how much of an anus my leg is and some other stuff. The healing continues, basically,
So again, the thing that happened to your leg afterwards was like you got internal bleeding. Was that it?
Yeah, it's still bleeding a little bit. It's basically like so basically what happened was, I'm riding along the road, 400-pound motorcycle, right? So on the top of a hill, I'm probably going a little bit too fast, considering I don't know what's on the top of the hill. And so when I kind of got to the top, I realized that the road turned, and also there was like gravel on the side because it's country roads basically. And so I didn't look enough into my turn, and looking is a very big important part of turning a motorcycle. Like leaning and counter steering is a lot of it, but like looking where you want to go is is very important too, because you get target fixated on stuff, of like hazards and stuff. And you have to not do that, because then like you fuck up. Anyway, so I got target fixated, I think, on the side of the road where there was a hazard there, and yeah, then I went on gravel, and if you know how if you drive a car, you already know how slippery gravel is a little bit, and on two wheels, it's even worse. So then I went over, but I was wearing my gear, so I had helmet, jacket, pretty thick jeans, and leather shoes. So I actually didn't take any injury from the slide or head or anything like that. I was able to just get up and go home. But the thing that did all the damage was my leg wasn't protected against the weight of the bike. So basically a 400-pound bike smashed against my leg, and yeah, yeah, good times. So it started swelling, and I wasn't sure what the fuck was going on. Well, like, I just figured it was a gym injury, because I've injured my leg before. So I actually just was treating it like a leg injury. And then I a little bit later, because I was still feeling fine, right? And then it was a little bit later, I decided that the swelling didn't seem to be going down, and it was like seeping into my foot a bit. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. I probably should get that checked out. So I went, I got it x-rayed, and he basically said, your leg's internally bleeding because it's bruised, but, there's no veins that appear to be, they did all, like, the deep scans and stuff, and the veins appear fine and stuff like that, it's just bruised. So he's like yeah, just use your leg normally. And I was still taking Advil at the time, and I probably shouldn't have been doing that. Because that kind of prevents clotting, which is not nice. Sorry, is this too many details? Sorry, if you're squeamish, this actually is really bad for me to tell you.
No, it's fine. I
Okay.
mean, I had an injury to my left knee at one point, so I'm no stranger to leg injury.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I just basically started treating it right after I realized kind of more what's wrong with it. So it's more like a hematoma, which is like just internal bruising of the leg. And so it is healing. It's getting better. But it's one of those things that takes a while to heal from. So it's kind of just how it goes. Quite honestly, after that, I don't feel really any different about motorcycling. I'm like, it was still really fun I was honestly, that day, I was kind of just pushing the bike. And I figured at some point I would get into some sort of crash. You know, preferably not around cars. That's when I was that's why I was pushing it there, because there's no cars around. So I was able to just do whatever the fuck I wanted. But yeah. But I'm already planning out other trips I'm gonna do. And also, I mean, it's also a good lesson to get some better leg protection, you know? Fuck, I did it again. How do I even do this? I don't even know. Oh god, it's water now.
Well, at least you had better protection overall than people over here in Michigan. I see someone without a helmet,
Yeah, that's not legal here.
which is dumb.
Yeah, that's not legal to do here, where I am. I'm not allowed to not have a helmet. Yeah, all the leg protection. Well, I didn't quite understand it that much, like what people normally do for leg protection on a motorcycle. I've thought that thick jeans would be enough because I was so focused on the slide. Because I'm like, yeah, the slide's gonna fucking hurt, so I should get like, you know, leg protection for that. You know, that's all I thought about with it. But what it actually ended up being was the weight of the bike. So I'm not sure what people do for that normally, and from what I see, they either get longer boots, or like, I don't know how many people I see with like knee braces or whatever, because that also could work out really well. So I'm still researching what I want to do eventually to fix that. But basically it hurt a little bit. It was an ouchie oochie. Good pair of thick jeans are fine, you just got unlucky and got stuck under your bike, it happens. Yeah, but I don't know. I would think to myself I would want slightly better leg protection than that. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. You might be right. It might just be, I don't know. I honestly, considering how long it's taken me to recover, I want to do something about it. If it's not to get crash bars on the bike, I'd rather not get crash bars on the bike though. But that might actually be the simplest solution if I think I'm going to be going over. So, because mine don't have those. So it's either I get crash bars, I get longer boots, or I get like knee pads or something. Either one. I want to do something about it because like this could have been bad. It feels bad sometimes, but it's not that bad. They sell slip-on knee braces with gel padding, but it wasn't the slide. It wasn't the slide that hurt at all. It was the or it like did the damage. I'm basically recovered from that. Like if I look at my my jeans didn't actually like pierce at all. Really, so that wasn't the problem. The problem was, like I said, oops. The problem was the weight of the bike on my foot. That's what did all the damage.
And that was a lot of damage.
Massive, massive damage, Wiki Dude. You don't even know. massive damage. Something I have to take into consideration. Because actually, I would have been just fine with those kind of... Because I'm pretty sure I could have, like, slid on those jeans in highway speeds, and it would have been fine. Like, I actually think that like, there's only a minor scuffle on those jeans. I can probably just use them again, honestly. It's not the problem at all. The problem is... fucking hurt my leg. Oh, this thing ran out again.
You know, this is interesting. I wonder what's worse, having your leg crushed by your bike or getting your left kneecap dislocated.
I mean, those both sound pretty bad.
Because the latter happened to me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this here story took place when I was in middle school, and it was like in the coldest of winters in January. And we were just outside, and we were playing like King of the Hill on a snow mound, you know, things like that. And I went ahead and just, you know, after I did a little more session, I just walked off the mound and just went and did my own thing. Apparently, some kid thought I was still playing and presumed to tackle me by grabbing me on the around the legs. And as I was lifting my left leg, as he was grabbing my legs, pop goes my left kneecap, and I fell to the ground, just screaming.
That kid's an asshole.
Yeah, and he didn't get his comeuppance, so that sucked. I didn't even get to see who it was, so... Wiki, why? Well, what's worse, my story or Mike's story? It's still...
Hey,
It's like, I'm not the one that's squeamish, apparently Chad is.
They're the best stories, though. Dude, I want an exoskeleton-powered armor. Like, I just saw that suggestion just now. That's a good idea. I could play MechWarrior IRL.
By the way, those of you who are in chat, if you're wondering why I'm not in the game, I'm just working on my prop right now, so I'm just in voice chat just because I want to chat with you all. That's all.
Also, I'm intimidating.
Eh?
I'm super intimidating. I was like, Wiki 2. We must go to the island. Actually, I don't know. I have nowhere else to go from there.
Yeah, okay, that actually makes me wince. Oh, damn it, Ellie.
I saw someone fall off a ladder and bone went through the skin. What the fuck? How do you even heal from that? Yoshi puppies.
That's a different part. Crap.
Assume you go to the doctor first. Fucking A. Imagine you're America. And you have to pay for that to get healed. Oh god. And you're just like, I can't afford it right now. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Jeez. Is that a thing that happens? Do people do that? Please tell me people don't do that.
Yoshi puppies eating watermelon. Excuse me.
No, Yoshi's evading taxes.
Since when are we crossbreeding puppies and Yoshi?
One evades taxes, the other one's barks a lot.
Oh no, wait, Yoshi puppies, I think I'm probably thinking of Poochie. Because Poochie ain't stupid.
Poochie's adorable. Oh, man. The really nice thing about where I live, though, it's really super easy for me to, like, do, like, a weekend trip somewhere. Which is gonna be super fun to do. Because I live on Vancouver Island, so my choices are, I can There's some places up island, but I could take one ferry off and just go for a weekend camping somewhere, and I'm probably gonna do that solo for a bit. Because I actually don't know anyone else who'd want to do this kind of shit with me. All my other friends would need to bring their cars or something. Or I know one guy, or like none of them ride bikes. I'm actually solo in this endeavor. I just decided to do it on my own. Maybe I need to join a gang. That's the solution here.
Now, I may not know the whole layout of what's going on in Vancouver, but when you say Vancouver Island, or did you say island or isle?
Island. So,
Oh, okay.
so on the
So how do you get to and from work by boat?
I don't work on the mainland. I work on the island. It's a really big island. There's a big there's actually the capital of British Columbia is here. It's Victoria. And it's actually a naval base too for the West Coast. So Canada's naval base at least. America's is probably like California or some shit.
The only scale of island that I'm familiar with is Mackinac Island, so
Rest in pieces. Sue the ladder company in every state. Why sue the ladder company? No, but like it's actually really nice here because of the fact I'm on an island. This is actually part of the reason I took up this hobby to begin with, was because it was like a lot of people do that here because the traffic here is like non-existent. So there's no traffic here at all. So this is actually a good place to learn, and people kind of expect bikes here, unlike some other like American cities. So they're very considerate too. So I'm like, hey, this is a good place to learn how to do it. It makes this practical second vehicle, you know, like you have your car in the shop. And also the climate is very moderate all year round, because I live beside the Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is constantly keeping the temperature like basically around 20 all year round. Like even now it's like high of 15, low of 8. Still good for riding around. So I'm like, yeah, this is a good time to do it. I still have no regrets. I think it's great. Oh fuck, I broke this thing again. We need more mic lab. Probably like a small Eurotown. Well, I don't even, here's the thing, I don't even live in the city. I live on the countryside. And the place I work at is really weird, because I also work out of the countryside. So I work for a company that does like food stuff, so, and they need like website programming and stuff, so it's kind of neat.
when you say foodstuffs, are we talking about catering again?
Not quite, but definitely my knowledge of that kind of came in handy. You let your incident discourage your writing, just learn from it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, some people get scared off by this stuff, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Because I honestly, I knew what I was doing. Like, it didn't come as a shock to me. It was just like, I pushed it too hard, that's it. I need more stone. I do need more stone.
A pigment just came out of the portal.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't even know what they do. They don't seem to attack me at all.
It's a weird thing.
But honestly, I had a lot of fun because there's like a lot of nice, really curvy roads. Like back roads that now a lot of people are on, and it's so good. You'd get a bike if you had the money. Bikes aren't that expensive, I hate to tell you. They're really cheap, actually. The bike I got, I basically said, I said two things. I said, first off, I'm not getting a brand new bike, because that's stupid. Because if I drop that bike, which I probably will, and I did, several times, then I'm gonna feel really bad, basically. So I'm like, I'm not gonna get something that I'm basically gonna be sad when I inevitably drop it. So that was the first thing. The second thing is ABS, because I think ABS is. I don't know why half the bikes I see do not have ABS on them. Um, you know what ABS is, right? Wiki do?
No,
Oh, okay. So have you ever had to brake really hard in your car?
maybe at least once.
Yeah. So have you ever got that feeling when you're braking in your car where it's like kind of jumping back at you? The brake a little bit?
Mm. Well, any kind of weird situations where I had to brake hard would have to be like maybe during
It
winter.
in winter, yeah, even then it still kind of does it. So it's ABS is anti-lock brakes. So what that does is to prevent your brakes from locking up, it like makes them kind of automatically for you when it detects that it's like sliding your brakes and your wheels and stuff. It kind of like makes it come off the brake real fast and that's all it does kind of thing. It's hard to describe. You can look up like a thing for that. But that's essentially ABS. Now, motorcycles for some reason, most of them do not have ABS on them. I don't know why that is, but they don't have that. And the way you deal with your brakes locking up is just pump the brakes, pussy. That's pretty much it. And so that was the number one thing I thought was like, I'm like, I think I want ABS. I think I want ABS because I don't feel under an emergency situation. I just don't feel comfortable. I don't trust myself to actually do the right thing. It's one of those things that it's not overly expensive to find a bike with ABS. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a bike with ABS. So I did that, and I got a bike that was nice and comfortable for me. I looked around. It took me about like a month to find it, but I eventually settled on an adventure bike because those were really comfy bikes, and those were really nice. And it was only like about 4,000. Like it, and that's good. And that was me splurging on the bike, in my opinion. I had a budget. I would say I said $5,000 per bike. Because as I said, I was planning on dropping it, so I didn't want to spend more than 5,000 for a bike I would drop and ruin. So, and that's what I managed to get. But like, there are plenty of used bikes that are older, and if you don't care about the ABS portion, because it's possible like when you try to ride one, you're gonna be like, oh, I can deal with this, right? Or like you don't feel as bad about it. And you can get one for even cheaper. Like you can get like a really old model bike, and like if you don't have the money, you can get one for really like cheap. So
If there was one feature in a vehicle that I always go for, and it helps out a ton when it comes to wintertime, it's a 4-wheel drive. Because like once your vehicle notices like it's losing traction, then all 4 wheels kick on and then gives me better control when in thick snow or maybe even on ice. So
I only laugh because my car is rear wheel drive. I drove that in the winter.
3-wheel.
No, rear back.
Oh,
All the power's in the back. If you've ever tried to drive a rear-wheel drive car in the winter, my advice is don't. And my second piece of advice is it's fun, but
us Michiganders don't have a choice because we have lake effect snow. So
yeah, dude, I was in Toronto at the time when I had my car. I was driving in those conditions. I was further north than you, in fact, around another lake too.
yeah.
Here I don't worry about it at all because there's almost no snow where I am. But fucking A, man. Luckily my car has like computer stuff to help with like the winter conditions, but still it's like you're basically doing Fast and the Furious. But it's really fun. Like if you take it out in a parking lot, which I've done, you can just start doing like drifting maneuvers and shit. And it's actually really fun to do.
Initial D that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the kind of cars they use for that kind of stuff. Is rear-wheel drive cars, because the whole point is that you're losing traction in the back, but you can still steer from the front, kind of thing. So
Twofer's got the right idea.
Deja vu. Da, 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 da. At least if you die, it's a good time. Yeah, it's all about how much fun are you gonna have before you pass away. That's the thing, is you can't live life, you know, getting all worried about what might happen. You gotta do some stupid shit once in a while. You gotta assert dominance over life. You could do the safe thing all the time, but then, like, you get to a point where you're like, well, fuck, I've done nothing. So... let's hold a Superman pose in midair. We're gonna need, like, some sort of, like, scaffolding for me to work on the ceiling, because I'm gonna try and make it go more up in a bit. But this is generally how big this room is gonna be, like this. Apparently hollowing it out is a fucking mission.
I'm not sure I have that included in the mod pack to have some sort of scaffolding where if you place multiple at ground level, it automatically places scaffolding on top of each other, and then you can use them like they're ladders.
It would be badass if that was a thing, but I don't think it's a thing, so...
Use bamboo.
Oh, that's actually... actually, can I stand on bamboo? And isn't that called something else in this game?
I know that bamboo is a thing in the later versions.
Yeah, we may not have it in this version, though.
If there was, it would probably be a mod thing.
Oh. Oh, I did do, like, that much. Thought I did it a little bit differently. Whoops. So what version of this is this again? I don't know. Wiki can probably tell you. Oh, Minecraft.
1.12.2.
Yeah, that one. What made you choose that one? If that's not the latest version.
I chose that version just because that's where most of the mod development is right now, and it's the most stable.
Oh, did Microsoft do something where the mod development doesn't work anymore?
I'm pretty sure I had no involvement with Microsoft in any way. It's just that development of Forge, which is the modding API, has definitely gotten better now. We're now at the point of around 1.14. Now there's another mod API called Fabric, and I'm not too familiar with that. Actually, I don't know too much with how modding is for the latest version, so... I mean, for all I know, we could have done a modded server on the latest version, but that would have caused a lot more additional steps, and I did not want to do that.
Alright. Also may have not worked under Linux. What a tragedy that would have been.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I can go to Windows, I just prefer not to. Because Windows pisses me the fuck off. Oh. You go also put another torch down. Simple is better. Is it truly better though? Fuck. I keep moving my light. Yeah, there's gonna be a fair bit of me breaking open this shit anyways. I'm trying to now replace the ceiling. God damn it. Why is Minecraft such a difficult game? Someone call Notch and ask him this question. Actually, I have to go up here.
Oh, sorry, he can't hear you. He's buried in his own candy shop of sorts in his mansion.
Yeah, candy shop, that fits Notch.
Something like that.
Hey man, if you were Notch, would you not do the same thing? You just be fuck everything and just like, He's living the life, man. He's the hero. Also like saying damn it, Notch. It's just continuously appropriate anyways. So when Notch to show up in the stream one time, he's like, I have nothing to do with anything in Minecraft anymore. Stop telling me this stuff. I can just imagine Notch getting angry about this. No, he does what all famous people do now, which is complain on Twitter to people who are poorer than him. That's that's the new meme with rich people. The fuck? Oh, okay, good. It went away.
Yeah, saying that you made it financial wise is like not enough. Like, there's like more stuff that you should be doing for like personal satisfaction, you know?
Yeah, as it turns out, money isn't everything, you know? But it really helps.
So, Notch, I don't know, maybe go back to what you did and make another indie seller. Maybe, I don't know.
Last time I checked, that's what he was actually doing. He went back to coding just to try to... I think he had an idea for something. I heard you showed your penis on stream playing a DSP. Yeah, it's right over here. My dick, level adept. It's ecological and it's a magnetic dick too. To quote a character from like a game Mike tried once, money is only good as the things he can afford you. The fuck game was that from? Edgelords 3. Return of the Edgelords. Yeah, the correct answer was ukulele. I was almost tempted to buy that new ukulele game. Almost. I remembered how disappointed I was in the actual thing. It actually just pissed me off, and then people got mad at me for not finishing it. I'm pretty sure I was sort of near the end when I stopped it, but it was so bad that I'm like, fuck it. It was like, dude, the casino world broke me. That's what it was. Did you ever try it, Wick?
Well, yeah, I finished the game.
Oh. So it didn't break you as like it broke me.
Yeah, I guess I was just a bit more patient with it.
I don't know. I did like Banjo-Kazooie though. I liked a lot of 3D platformers. But that was like some, I don't know. I couldn't deal with that one.
Yeah, a new ukulele game, Ukulele and the Impossible Lair. From what I've heard, it's trying to go for like a Donkey
What's interesting
Kong
over here?
Country Returns vibe for it, I think. I haven't seen too much of the gameplay to confirm that. Random clamoring. I'm hearing shit breaking down in the background. Oh noes.
Despite the fact, whoops. Despite the fact that the kitchen is so close, I have to hobble over. So. You can't take it anymore. Still here, Wiki?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Two Joes left the game. It's now just me again. Feels bad, man. Okay. Probably in a bit we'll play Maxwell's favorite game. She's XCOM Mobile. Actually, Maxwell, does your PC still work? Or am I not allowed to make fun of you for that anymore?
Make fun of him regardless.
I know that's usually the default thing I would do. Question is, does it make sense anymore? So, Mike, what are you playing in Dota? Probably not Arc Warden anymore, actually. Not to say that anything's wrong with Arc. It's more like the playstyle. I would have to play a more aggressive playstyle, and I don't think I'm ready to do that.
Maxwell says yes. Yes to what?
I think that his computer works. I think it has to go one more over. Yeah, it does.
You know, at this point, I don't remember originally like what happened to Maxwell's PC, like the part like broke or something, or
His computer was ghetto as hell. All right, that's what you need to know. It was the finest in Turkish engineering. He basically had like a laptop that was like crusty. It's the best way I can describe it. So his crusty ass computer. Oh yeah, he was running Dota off of an external hard drive. That and then like then he would be like I remember a couple times he'd be like you like drop out of the game. He's like, whoops guys, I touched the cable for the external drive. It was definitely his finest hour. You bought an SSD and took me a week to install Windows on it since I did not know you could install it directly on it. God damn it, Maxwell. What the fuck? This is like Computers 101, man. I did not know you could install things directly on SSD. Of course you fucking can. Why would you not be allowed to do that?
in fact, you should install the OS on the SSD.
That's what I mean. Maxwell's like just beyond help.
Oh, hey, it's Liam.
Hi,
Hey,
Lee.
boys. Yeah, I mean, crying out loud, the main reason of having an SSD is so your computer starts up, like, in what, like 2 seconds?
So you gave your
Not
System
even
32 2 gigabytes extra. Oh my fucking god. Dude. Dude, that makes no sense. You're giving System 32 extra gigabytes. You literally sound like one of those like fucking like scammers on the phone. Yes, let me remote into your PC. Okay, it seems that you have run out of space on your System 32.
What you need to do is, you know, reverse the mirror and I can help you out.
You just have to send money to a specific address.
Have you actually sat down and watched those videos where, like, people are just, like, they're using a virtual machine to fuck with scammers? It's fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more familiar with, you know, like Windows destruction.
Oh, good old Joel, yeah.
Yeah, I love that dude.
Okay.
What's not to like?
Okay, Mike, I'll show how I did it. Oh god.
Have you ever seen the Windows destructions at all?
Yeah, I have. They're wonderful. Let me install Bonsai Buddy.
I think the funniest thing was the revelation. He goes, oh my god, it's Cortana. It's a Diet Coke Bonzi buddy.
Enter location. Hell. I guess Michigan.
Yep. Hell, Michigan.
Funny enough, it is near Detroit, so it makes sense.
Oh, cool, Robocop.
Fun fact, the Bonsai Buddy creators helped create Cortana. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, it certainly appears like it.
The best is when when I installed Windows 10 as my dual boot, and then the computer started talking to me like I need to be condescended to. Like I'm like
Just trying to be friendly.
yeah, well, shut the fuck up, computer. Don't be friendly and run my shit. That's all I want.
So you're saying you don't have an Alexis or a Google Home then?
No, I really don't. I'm not gonna pay them to spy on me. Fuck that shit. And anyone who has that shit should feel bad. That means you, Maxwell.
Hey, my sister has one.
And she should feel bad. But she probably doesn't.
As far as I know, she has one special thing hooked up with is be able to turn the living room lights on. I'll be like, I probably should not say the name because I think everyone else might have. No, not everyone else have Alexa. I'll be like, Alexa, delete System 32.
At the risk of sounding like a boomer, why not just do it the old-fashioned way?
Yeah, I don't get like the idea around. I mean, because like the idea of something being voice or sound activated isn't fucking new. I mean, everyone remembers clap on, clap off the clapper, right?
Oh yeah.
I know. Just I feel the more stuff you inject into stuff, the more things that go wrong with it. Like, is the issue?
You turned Cortana off? Yeah, so did I. And the fact it was on when I didn't ask it to be on pissed me off dramatically. You know what my least favorite part about Microsoft is? They're so hypocritical too. Because I remember, like, it wasn't even like a long time ago where they were having all these anti-Google ads like, oh, Google's collecting your information, don't get scroogled. I think they still have the page up for that. Now I want to go look this up, guys. 1 second. Do they still have that fucking page up? Because that would be the most hypocritical thing. Because they literally, at the same time of doing that advertising campaign, they were doing Windows 10 to basically... Yeah, Scroogled was a Microsoft attack campaign that ran between November 2012 and 2014. So basically, it was at the time of Windows 10 development, right? Oh, I think they killed it because it's so hypocritical. Because this is exactly what they fucking do now. Where is it? Microsoft.com.
Using shut-up10 to force off all annoying stuff on Windows. I think I might have a thing similar to that.
No, they got rid of it because it's actually really embarrassing, to be honest. That they would have that ad campaign and then like basically just do exactly the thing that they're criticizing Google for. You don't trust them, do you? They phone home. They fucking do all this shit and send their
Phone
data to you.
home.
They're reading your emails, and then what are they doing? Everything that they do now is cloud. Because they're like, oh shit, cloud actually happens to make a lot of money. You've been using shut-up10 to force all the annoying stuff. Okay, here's the thing. All right, if all of like, I'm not saying this is a huge sample size, but like if all these people have to constantly install random stupid shit to make Windows shut the fuck up, isn't that really telling about how much of like a fucking failure the entire design of that OS is?
Yeah, make us the consumers fix their mistakes.
I mean, how many mods do you install to most Bethesda games?
It shouldn't be this way though. It doesn't need to be this way.
You know, that reminds me of probably one of the more recent comments on my Oblivion LP is like, wow, this is like the most broken LP that I have ever watched. Why would you do this? First question, first answer, I don't know. Second, I assume later hardware would make it better, but no. Oblivion's not built to do that.
Oblivion's a strict. What's really odd is like how on Windows 10, like Oblivion, for some strange reason for me, just runs like straight out the box. If that makes any sense, like I don't really need to tinker with it. Like it'll just run and won't crash or anything.
Well,
but Fallout 3,
I think at the time I was using Windows 7, but still, so.
But Fallout 3 still has that multi-core CPU issue where it's just like, I can't run on multiple threads, guys. I'm fuck it. I give up.
I have news for you. If you install like Linux Steam, I guarantee you that will run right out of the box on Proton. Its Proton is so fucking good right now. You don't even know. This is actually the reason I swapped. I swapped away because everything just runs. There's only maybe a few games that I can't really run that well. I was playing Path of Exile, this league, which wasn't even designed for the Proton stuff, and it was working 100%. The only league it wasn't working was Legion, but that was like unstable as it was.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you should give it a try. It's like completely like you don't install anything anymore to make it work. There's nothing you have to do. It's just it works, and that's it.
It just works. Was it designed by Todd Howard, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. It just works.
Who's laughing now?
Well, it's really funny because like working for like companies like Walmart, they're fucking a lot of their systems where you used to like print out like prices and all that crap still use this old thing called the smart system, which still runs on fucking DOS basically. So all like computers at Walmart basically emulate this really shitty old DOS system. Yeah, that's not going to cause problems in the future, guys. I mean, no one heard of what happened to like the IRS like a few years back, right?
Oh my god. Man.
But basically, they're still emulating like the old like fucking like tape saving methods and shit. Oh my god.
You know, this kind of reminds me of a small story about how I got the job I have right now. So when I originally was looking for work, and so I moved to the island here first because I was like, I don't want to.
Hey, Solly.
Hey, Solly. I was like, so I moved to the island first because I was like, I'm gonna just look for a job when I get here and then kind of just deal with it later. So one of the jobs I had applied for was that it was basically an ASP job, right? And so I'm like, oh, I wrote ASP in like college, you know, way back when, and I'm like, I'm just gonna apply for it just because there's not a lot of like, you know, like I just want to find work because if you remember from the time when I was laid off, well, I was fired from my last job, that startup. And so I just wanted to find some kind of work. So so I did their interview, right? And so I was like, okay. So I go in there, all right? And so they're just asking me questions about like things that I put on my resume that I say I know. And then I'm like, okay, so what does your stack look like? And so, you know, naturally as a programmer, like you usually go and you kind of, whatever languages that you're applying for, those are the ones you brush up on, obviously, because that's the ones that make sense to kind of do.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I brushed up on my ASP, and my last job before that was Ruby, and I had just done a Python interview, so like I was like really mixed up with languages at the moment because I had been doing so many interviews back to back in so many different languages. And so they go and go, oh, our stack's Node. I'm like, oh shit. So I thought I had fucked up, and I thought I thought this was the wrong interview or something. I thought I went to the wrong one. I'm like, whatever, I'll just bullshit my way through it, right? And so I had to ask, like, they gave me like a typical whiteboard question. So I'm like, oh, can I just, I just realized I made this too thick here, I think. I'm like, oh, can I do pseudocode and stuff like that? And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so I got the job, and they were like unsure about me because they were like, whatever. But they ended up like they love me now. And then I had asked them later, oh, I had realized that they actually fucked up the job thing, the job posting, because it was actually they did post it as an ASP job, and they were a Node stack, and this was because their old system ran on ASP, and it's a fucking garbage like ASP like system that nobody understands. so that's why it was there, and it confused the everlasting shit out of me, and I thought I didn't get the job because of it. Oh my god.
Did you note their mistake later? You thought, nah, I got
I'll
the jobs. I'm just gonna kind of leave it.
Yeah, I just like whatever. They really needed somebody, but it was like they were unsure because of that reason. And I'm like, guys, like I told them later. I said, you know that the job posting I applied for was an ASP job. And they're like, really? They're like, it must have been one of the old ones. And I'm like, yeah, it was. Because I think they just told someone in HR to post a job and they forgot what their stack was.
It's not uncommon actually thinking about it, because like I mean with obviously with a human resource department, they're just told to post a job. I mean most of the stuff they post is kind of automatically in their system, so it was probably just automatically in the fucking system, and then they didn't fucking update it.
They didn't update it at all. It's just like, oh my god. It was amusing though.
That's just a typical like company thing that fucking happens most of the time.
I thought it was funny though. Oh man.
Like I actually think there are job postings for more warm, which technically the actual job positions actually no longer exist. So it's just like, yeah, applying for a redundant position. That makes sense.
It makes you really think though. Like you just gotta come in ready to bullshit for the jobs basically that you want, and that's it. Oh my god. Honestly, it worked out because I didn't really want to be doing ASP anyways. So.
Yeah.
I was just like, I kind of have to do it if I want to work. Because otherwise the plan was I would have to go back to Ontario, and I didn't want to go back to Ontario. So.
I mean, there's always McDonald's, mate. Let's be honest.
Nah, I'm way past McDonald's, man. I've done my dues with fast food.
Didn't you work at Burger King and you made a nice poutine?
It was Harvey's, actually.
Hardee's.
Harvey's. And it's a Canadian fast food chain that's I mean it's okay. It's not like Chick-fil-A or something.
You been to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. I love that place. The place is so good.
Oh yeah, we have so many of them here, and yeah, it's amazing.
I actually love that place just because all the jokes you get to crack, because it's a weird American chain that's like super hyper religious. So I basically like.
Oh yeah.
So I basically take a bite with like my friends and family. I'm like, tastes like gay chickens.
You know, I got a little bit of a story revolving around that.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple weeks ago, we had to do this, you know, company meeting and things like that. And at the end of it, we had to do this, you know, activity, you know, to better, you know, interact with customers in terms of like, you know, greeting or helping them out or something like that. And at first, none of us wanted to volunteer. So the person was like, okay, I'm going to have to pick someone at random. Okay, you, Wiki, come on up. And I'm like, oh, shit. Now, see, the thing is that I am good with interacting with customers to, you know, be helpful. I'm very helpful, you know, with around the pet department and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, out of all the random examples of good, helping with customer stuff, I apparently set off the best example, and apparently I got a random, gift card as a prize. It was $10 to, guess what? Chick-fil-A, and I was like, rolled my eyes.
Dude, Chick-fil-A is so good though.
I know the food is good. It's just that I would morally feel bad.
Man, you can't taste homophobia. You do. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not like China.
Well, I don't know what's worse. Chick-fil-A, you know, being all like anti-LGBTQ, or that head honcho at was it Jimmy John's, like laying on top of a dead great white shark naked.
Was that like last year's calendar?
Nah, I'm pretty sure you know about like Jimmy John's thing about being like such a freaking high, like awesome, like hunter of sorts. Like he goes after, like he's basically a poacher, you know, from what I've heard.
Oh,
you know?
oh right. So he's one of those people who go on like those fucking African like holiday hunt destinations and shit. Time to hunt a fucking lion because you know they're dangerous.
Oi, don't do what I'm about to do. Don't stick your dick inside the lion's mouth. Really bad idea.
That's a pussy talk, motherfucker. What do you want?
I'm going to jam my thumb up his butthole.
That one, yeah. Oh my god.
Now, I used to be one of those people who used to think like along the lines of kind of, you know, vote with your wallet. If you don't agree with someone doing something, then kind of, I say boycott. But then after a while, I realized, well, I mean, how many games have ever been released where I've actually, you know, maybe personally disagreed with whoever like would have developed the game? If they have an opinion I wouldn't share, or you know, they have an extreme opinion I wouldn't share, and I'm thinking to myself, by that mentality, I wouldn't fucking play anything. Because I mean, in America, you have a lot of people with very retarded opinions, unfortunately. But that's humanity in general. That's not just unique to America. Just with the current, let's just say, political climate, it's interesting seeing the direction everything's going. Certainly funny to watch. My God.
Hilarious.
I still love all the memes of Trump being the God Emperor of mankind from Warhammer 40k. It's just the best.
Oh yeah, Key, like when did I start hearing about people about having to now to resort to cannibalism?
What?
Oh god, where did that trend start? I forget. Well, not
Well,
trend, but
We've come back around because apparently human flesh kind of tastes like chicken, so we're back to like Chick-fil-A again.
Hell yeah. Alright, Wiki, you have to tell me how to make a shovel that is like my dick.
a shovel that's like your dick.
Yeah. Tinker's Construct.
Oh, to make custom tools?
Yeah. One sec. I'm gonna actually look it up on the wiki. Tinker. One sec. Let's see if the wiki. I can consult either the wiki or the actual wiki. So you know, one of them will give me my answers.
And in honor of Windows destruction, you call your shovel expand dong.
Tutorial pick.
You know, I could hop on for a couple of minutes to show you.
Oh, it's up to you, but I'll see if I can do it first. Oh, you have to have like a stencil and shit. All right, sure. Because you made a pretty kick-ass
All right, I
pickaxe.
presume that you want the shovel head to be made of iron or
Yeah,
something else.
Yeah, I think iron. I don't know if we have a stronger material though. It's the only thing.
All right, let's see here. All right, shovel head. That's material cost 2. Here, let's play it. Is it here? Do you have the ingots?
Yeah, I do. I'll drop half the stack. What the hell? It just like flooded towards you.
Yeah, because I have like a magnet ring here. Let me take that off here.
Ah, you can do whatever.
Okay, so to make custom tools in general, you'll see that there is a cast right here on top of this table here. In this case, being a shovel head.
Oh, I see.
And the and the tooltip it'll say material cost 2, being 2 ingots. So if we go into smeltery controller, we'll place down 2 iron ingots for it to melt down. Once it's done melted, right click on the faucet on the table and it shall form into a shovel head.
All right.
Now this is mainly helpful for metals. In fact, you can only do it with metals. For every other material, such as wood or hell, even obsidian, that's when we go ahead and use this here part builder over here. Let's see, we're going to be needing binding pattern and tool rod. Also, while I'm here, we'll also see about having to create reinforcement plates. Depends on how much obsidian we got.
Seems strange. Almost like adding an extra step to the crafting process.
Well, this is just for having custom tools. If you want vanilla tools, then it's fine. It's just...
All right, where do I put the shovel head?
well, first, let's go and make your other parts here. So, as we right-click here on the part builder, here we have the normal patterns, such as a binding.
Okay.
I'll place obsidian, and we get this here obsidian binding. You can grab one.
Okay. Oh. It, what? Oh, I think I need to drop some stuff. But am I not grabbing it? It just goes away, it goes back immediately. What?
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe it's because it's yours? Oh.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, now let's do the one for the tool rod. This time we're going to be using sticks.
Ecological.
Are you able to grab that?
No. Here, one sec. Just go off it for a sec. Okay,
Okay.
now I can. Now I can. Okay. Okay, I got that.
All right, now lastly, we'll go over to the tool forge.
I put the sticks in? Or no?
And then you, over on the left, you click on the shovel button.
The shovel button? Oh. Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, it's there, okay. Shovel, and then the obsidian thing.
Then
Magnetic, durate,
over on the
ecological.
and then on the top of the
Oh, you give it a name.
yeah, give it a name.
We call ass. The clumsy ass. All right. And so how would I go about upgrading my my shovel?
Oh, you want to upgrade your shovel?
Oh no, like upgrading the dick thing. Spoon.
Okay, so yeah. So I got as much obsidian as I could. It'll give you a 3 reinforcement plates. So let's
'Cause it's an adept dick now. Okay.
because you should have like more than enough modifiers to actually even make it indestructible. But we just need to have 2 more reinforcement plates. I have to get more obsidian though. But for right now, let's put
Gold in there.
6
Okay.
gold ingots in here.
All right. You can get it to Grandmaster Dick. Dude, this is the most mature stream, okay?
I can't wait to see the you've become accustomed to using your S.
I mean, having an indestructible dick has its advantages, okay?
All right, now we'll just go ahead and right click to dump it on the table.
Okay. The
So
blank
we'll eventually
cast.
get.
Oh, I see.
All right, and then we. Here, I'll go ahead and have you do this here.
Okay.
Um,
Crafting station?
Yeah, crafting stations functions the same way as a crafting table.
Okay, and how should I guess I should look up the...
The recipe was like blank cast in the middle and then surrounded in obsidian.
What's it called, though? Oh, oh, this thing.
Yeah, reinforcement.
Okay. So I just take that out, I guess?
Yep.
How many do I
So,
need?
you can do all three.
Oh. Okay. Got him.
All right, now with it, take it to the tool forge.
Okay.
Go ahead and place the pick in the center and with the plates.
Okay.
Apply it 3 times.
Where do I put it? The plates. Oh.
In any of the 5 slots.
Okay.
Yep.
So what does this do then?
It'll-
Reinforced. Just reinforces it?
Yeah, reinforce makes it so that durability, lasts longer.
Do I just take it out
I mean, it
again?
doesn't add durability. It gives a chance for it to not use up a durability.
So I just take it out of that then?
Yep.
Okay. Put it back in. Reinforce 2.
Yep.
Reinforce 3.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool then. Works for me.
So now you have it that every 60% of the time, it'll not use up durability.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I like.
So now all we need is just a bit more obsidian, and then we can apply 2 more of the plates, and then it'll be indestructible. So
Yeah.
you never have to repair it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be good. The fuck, Sully?
Here,
I
I'll
left
sleep.
you. I'll sleep now.
No.
Now we all sleep.
I was trying to be a bro to you.
Well, I'm just a hoe. You just gotta accept it.
Yeah, I've realized that. Alright. Alright, thanks, Wiki. That's good then.
Yep, no problem.
Need my non-keto bread.
What's non-keto bread?
The kind of bread that isn't keto.
How does one make non-keto bread?
I mean, that's all bread. To be honest.
Oh. Well, what's keto bread, I guess is what I want to know.
Like almond flour, coconut flour. Basically not wheat flour.
What the fuck's an almond?
Almond.
So I come back to the chat room and and I hear somebody mentioned about some lady at Caseos Cortez's town hall was talking about eating babies. What the fuck?
What?
Oh. Man, I love your politics, by the way. Ours are not nearly as interesting.
Yeah, you guys are like, well, nothing's happening today.
I remember now. It was a video that I've watched. I forgot his name. Was it Computing Forever? I think.
You know.
Yeah, that's it.
You know it's the Canadian elections right now.
Why?
I don't know, because we need a new prime minister, preferably one that doesn't do blackface all the time.
You need a cooler prime minister.
Okay, yeah, it's one of his videos called like, "Is this our future?" And in that video, he mentioned something about like how the quality of our food, the good quality of food, is like becoming less scarce, and we have to resort to like lesser foods. In this case, eating bugs and apparently cannibalism as well. Like, what the fuck? And there's like things in place where they're teaching children like it's okay to eat bugs.
What? Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Clearly never heard of Chick-fil-A.
babies eat free at Chick-fil-A.
Eat free babies at Chick-fil-A.
Baby cannibalism at Chick-fil-A.
Can we just go back to the Yoshi tax evasion memes? I preferred those.
What?
Dude, Yoshi commits tax evasion.
When was that a thing?
He's known for committing tax evasion.
Gosh.
Just look it up. Yoshi tax evasion.
Fucking Yoshi.
I know. Always evading taxes, man.
Man.
Also, this works out great, Wiki. Thanks for showing me how that works.
It's a good thing.
Hey,
But yeah,
Mike.
to further comment about Yoshi memes, like we got some good ones, like the Yoshi's Island like meme going on the
I like that one.
and I also saw the animation of Buff Yoshi going bring ha.
I mean, he wasn't buff.
Bring ha. Oh, you missed it when I had a bunch of mud balls and I was flinging mud at everyone.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I missed that.
Oh, I know.
That's something I expect out of Witchell. Him and his mud houses.
Eat my shit.
Yeah, I guess he decided not to join the server. I guess he's mad at me.
Why is he mad at you?
What?
Because I thought his sister was noisy. I told her to keep it down once. Because we were staying at Airbnbs in like what was it called? It was like resort, like kind of places people were basically the kind of towns where people wake up early. So I kind of said,
All right.
I said, you guys are being noisy. I didn't tell her. I just said shush. And apparently that was the rudest thing I could have ever imagined to do to a British person. Apparently.
I could think of a few more things. That are
But
way ruder.
she took it extremely personally, apparently. I'm like, alright.
God.
We were like in a close-knit like cabin, like kind of like smallish Airbnb, and it was like 2 a.m. They came back from like one of the only pubs that was open in that town, and they were like watching like Family Guy in full blast with the door open. I'm like, holy shit.
Jesus.
I don't know why you do this in a surfing town, but okay. Apparently they didn't want to surf. Apparently they just want...
Oh, hang on, Ellie. I think I might be able to solve that.
Apparently British vacation is drinking a lot.
Generally so, yeah.
Yeah, I was just sick of drinking after like... Oh wow. I don't actually drink that much. I actually don't like drinking too much. Sorry Key for blasting me, but... I'm actually not, I'm not a
good
huge
at working.
alcoholic.
This is for you, Ellie.
Oh god.
Just
Okay.
sustain that note.
I'm done.
You'd be surprised. I enjoy a bit, but I don't enjoy the feeling of being smashed. So I like getting drinking enough to where I have a nice kind of buzz, and then I just kind of stop because I actually don't like the feeling of being drunk. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that was
Kind of weird.
That was not them. I'll be telling you that now. They. But it was whatever. We had a good time.
I used to be that way, but then I realized, being completely smashed brings its own problem. So like, I kind of learned not to do it. And that's not to say I don't get like when I went to Oktoberfest like a few weeks ago. I was drinking from like 11:30 a.m. all the way up to like midnight. So
Mhm.
I was pretty plastered by the end of the day after drinking a ton of like German beer and shit. So, but I mean, that being said, it was also a case of I wasn't just like hammering them down. I was just kind of relaxing and drinking them nice and casual. So
I mean that's fine. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. As I said, for me it was just we were going to some expensive like surfing town resort, like holiday resort kind of things, and they wanted to do pubs the entire time. So I'm like, oh okay.
it seems odd. Like
That's what they wanted to do. They didn't really tell me of this though. That's the thing. So this was not communicated the best.
They just assumed that's what you wanted to do.
I guess so. For me, it's kind of weird because like but the thing is, I'll go drinking. That's the thing. I'll go drinking. I don't mind that, but I want to mix it up with some other stuff, right? But it was kind of like it was just too much. Like kind of doing like drinking until like 2 a.m. and then getting up at noon, kind of a thing. And I'm like, well, it's beautiful place. I'm gonna go do some other stuff.
yeah, it's I guess that's just generally I think it's probably just a cultural thing. Because obviously from a cultural aspect, most people in the UK, what they do is like pretty much every weekend, like every like Friday or Saturday, will normally go out down the pub kind of thing.
Yeah, I asked my brother-in-law, who's British, about that. He's like, "Nope, that's a typical British holiday right there," and he was just laughing at it because he's done it quite a number of times too when he was younger. So
it's something you grow out of. I feel honestly.
Yeah, that's what he said, and he's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay.
Like, I'm to the point where I've kind of grown out of it, so it's like I don't even really drink as much as I used to. Like last time I drank was Oktoberfest, which was like 3 weeks ago. So
I drink very rarely now. Yeah, basically socially at this point.
It's socialism?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, don't say that word in America, man. Jeez.
No.
Oh my god!
No. It's okay now. You can say it now. They're trying to make it a thing now. Haven't you heard?
Well, yeah, some people are. I mean, most people are pointing out, things like, the fire service and, the police force. They're like a socialist thing. Yeah.
So the obvious solution is give everyone free money.
But I just think that pure and simple, it's just like, oh, socialism, that rhymes with communism, so therefore it must be the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I live in Canada. Okay,
nah.
we're socialists as fuck here.
I know. Well, it's really funny because I was watching. It was at work. This guy called Rand Paul was like talking about his new book, and he was basically comparing like, he was basically saying that for America to become a socialist nation, it would become exactly like Venezuela, pretty much. No, there are actually a lot of like civilized countries that are socialist nations that aren't dictatorships. You fucking retard.
Like Venezuela.
Yeah. It was just fucking weird. It's like this stuff's generally amusing to watch, just because it's just from the element of the lack of understanding, the lack of kind of wanting to learn about how different cultures function. Like it's generally interesting to watch. Like I think it's funny. It's like watching a fucking comedy show like every day. It's just like, what's going on in the news today? Oh, well, that's a shame. I mean, I was as you know, Mike, I live in Ohio. I actually live close enough where that night they had that mass shooting in the Oregon district in Ohio.
Okay.
I heard that from my house. I heard the gunshot. I live close enough to that.
What a lovely country you live in.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. Because I remember I was like thinking to myself, is someone setting off fireworks? What the fuck is that? I said to myself, it kind of sounds like gunshots, but I don't know, whatever. And then literally the next day, I get a phone call from work asking whether I'm okay. Because I go to a bar in the Oregon district. And people know that, so since it was my night off, they like people the next day basically were asking me if I was okay. I'm like, yeah, why? And that's when I initially heard. I was like, holy shit.
It's okay.
It's kind of scary.
Well, a little bit scary, I would say. Yeah.
A lot of people were surprised how like nonchalant I was about the entire thing. I said, well, I wasn't shot, and even if I was, I mean, a bullet would kill you pretty fast, I guess. See, having the mentality of living in that much fear, it's like you do realize every single time you cross the road, you're risking getting hit by a car, right? Like, you're risking death every day you walk out the door. It's just,
Hey, guys like me and you riding two wheels, we know death. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking. I drive a moped in America, where
I'm not
people
afraid.
like-
You're not afraid of death.
Yeah.
Death is your friend.
Yeah, exactly. My only enemy is health insurance.
Oh man.
I'm lucky. I'm actually lucky. I got health insurance through Walmart because with some companies, if they find out you drive something like a moped or a bike, your health premiums go up.
Yeah, that should not be a thing, and it's not a thing here. They can't change life insurance here based upon like things that you drive.
Your lifestyle. And stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can do it with some things, like I don't know.
I mean, like if you tend to if you say, well, I like eating glass on a regular basis.
Yeah. Like you don't even have to tell them that you ride a motorcycle here. They can't change anything about it. Glass.
Well, no, true story. I've actually eaten glass.
Okay. Why?
It's I was proving a point because someone was talking about
Proving a point. All right.
Proving a point.
No, I'm serious note. So there's these people like you do oh, I saw it was amazing. This guy's eating glass. I said, yeah, but like, there's really no secret to eating glass. Anyone can eat it. I mean, it's just. And when I say glass, I mean like light bulb glass, because basically what it is.
We're going different types of glass. Okay.
No, so whenever you see someone eating glass, they're normally like crunching on a light bulb, and the reason they do that is because you can actually safely eat light bulbs, and then what it is you basically have to chew it. Like when you actually train, when people train to eat glass, what they do is they chew an apple with like a glass shard. And the idea is you just keep chewing it till it's basically a sand texture, and then it's safe to swallow. It won't cause you any like harm or damage.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You are by far the most interesting person I think I've met in a while.
Well, no, I generally interesting in how like certain tricks and how certain things are done, like with like especially with that whole eating glass. And I realized there was actually no real trick to eating. It was just you have to chew it enough to where it goes into a grainy texture like sand, and then it's safe to eat.
And you're sure your mouth wasn't bleeding the whole time?
Yeah. I've got an abscessed tooth now, but I don't think that's to blame.
That is certainly that's weird, man.
But no, I'm a wealth of fucking useless information that will probably never help anybody. I mean, I suppose in a sense, if you're ever in like a fucking plane crash, like one of those guys in the end, I could be like, hey, we could start by eating the glass rather than each other.
I mean, hey, that works. Or like
it actually didn't.
Or you could distract some captors by like eating glass. And then
Yeah, it's the only unfortunate thing about it is it literally has no nutritional value, obviously. So you actually don't gain anything from eating. It's more just a
no nutrition. Damn.
Yeah. I'm on the no carb diet, like I eat light, literally.
It's called a light diet. But
Yeah.
No thanks, Mom.
I mean,
I
I
want a
would-
light meal today.
What's really funny is I wouldn't recommend. Do you know those? Do you remember the classic old like swirly energy saving light bulb? You know the ones that look spiral, like got a spiral.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what's funny about those is I wouldn't suggest eating because those contain mercury.
Yep. In fact, we had to stop carrying it because of that reason.
Yeah. We don't sell them either. There's a bunch of people like still want them, but we don't have them.
Why? Because people eat them?
No, just because obviously mercury's just generally not a safe fucking thing to have around your house.
I feel like
Hey,
I feel like you've discovered the next Tide Pods, honestly.
Oh boy.
Introducing mercury light bulbs.
finger licking good.
Oh my god.
With every light bulb, you get a free coupon to Chick-fil-A.
It's finger looking good.
Freddie Mercury approved.
Good.
Don't stop me now.
Oh my god.
So far you've named your pick, your dick, and the shovel ass.
Yeah.
What should your sword be named?
The shaft.
Yeah, that's basically dick.
Balls.
It could be the balls.
Almighty taint.
You're really good at this, aren't you, Sully?
My take.
Oh yeah.
CBT.
You see, I don't put this much thought
Crickets.
into these things. CBT. Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry,
no.
I missed out on that. The first time you said it.
Or you could call it chode mode.
It could.
Because that's like the in-between of your cock and your butthole.
We mean the gooch.
That's the chode.
Hang on a second. Where the hell is the... Dang it. Need to fix shit.
The penetrator and make it purple.
Oh man, I haven't played fucking Saints Row in like the longest fucking time. Holy shit.
I like how that reminded you of Saints
Which
Row.
one?
That's because the name of the big
Right,
purple dildo in
I
Saints
know.
Row is the penetrator.
I know.
I just remember that one song where it sounded like they were singing hot pizza, hot pizza.
You not like hot pizza?
No, I like hot pizza.
Especially
What do you-
Costco pizza.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
man.
munching
I
on
can't
some
help it.
Costco pizza earlier. I like Costco pizza because it's just so like you can get a slice and a drink for about $2.50. And it's just convenient. You're right there. You want some fucking pizza? Here you go, big boy. Measure up.
Well, it's a bit like the other day at Walmart when I actually went to the actual deli, got myself some like chicken tenders with like barbecue sauce and stuff.
Called
What
tendies.
was that? Yeah. People. Someone said to me in the break. Someone said to me in the break room, like, they said, I didn't know you like. It's like the first time they've ever seen me like eat chicken. I like, it goes, oh, it's the first time I've ever seen you eat that stuff. I said, yeah, I'm spending my good boy points.
What Z coordinate is this? Is 4.
Obviously, that's the one issue I have with working in retail. Like lunches for me tend to get expensive because you're in a fucking superstore, so you're just like, what do I fancy eating today? Because you can pretty much eat anything.
Oh yeah, that's
Meatloaf an
true.
American exclusive thing.
Sorry, what?
Ellie is asking to you, Liam, like, is meatloaf an American exclusive thing?
Meatloaf? I've never seen it in any other country. Put it that way.
I'm American and I don't even know the answer.
So yeah, like we don't really have meatloaf as such in Europe. As far from what I didn't really have meatloaf until I came to America. It's I'm not saying it's meatloaf. It was the same as I didn't really have an American style pancake. You know, the classic thing is you like a doughy. I didn't have that until I moved to the state, because what we call pancakes in the UK is pretty much what you refer to as crepes, which is interesting. But in England now you can get American style.
You meant to say crepes, but I heard
Crepe.
crabs.
Yeah, sorry, crepes. I have speech impediment. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You are now an expert at using the iron pickaxe. Why did it fucking tell me what? It reset the name.
Oh no!
Oh, it's when you applied the modifiers, it went back to default. I think you can still go back to the tool forge and rename it still.
It's just not the same. But sure, I'll do that.
You know, Liam, I gotta ask this here too, since we're on the topic of food. Some time ago earlier this year, Joel did a stream where he was eating some American snacks, and he brought up an anecdote where like his friend Frank visited him in Sweden to go to in a grocery store in Sweden for the American section, and like Frank called out about some of the stuff in the American section where we don't actually have that same exact thing, you know. So
Yes.
I kind of want to say a thing about like in the world section in the grocery store for like any kind of like British stuff. Have you noticed anything that's definitely not in, you know, the UK,
The
or
UK,
anything?
yeah, English muffins. English muffins are very much a American invention.
You're saying they're
Yeah,
not
because I
English?
just noticed today that we have a thing called like wine gums or something. Like there's
Oh,
like,
I
it's
love
like these-
wine gum.
Oh, dude, those are so good, actually.
Maynard's wine gums. Is it the Maynard's brand? Because like Maynard's wine gums.
I don't know. The packaging just says wine gums with a British flag on it.
Yeah, it'll be Maynard's wine gum. Yeah, it's actually they're technically from Scotland, but like they're very very fucking popular candy and they're fucking delicious. I love wine gum. Oh, you got me all hungry for like British snacks now. Like I could murder a fucking sausage roll right now.
Wine comes.
Oh yeah, I did rename it. Okay, that works.
Dick.
Dick and ass.
All right. Thank goodness it's salvageable. You're gonna have to do that every time you put in a new modifier, though, or repair it. Well, maybe not repair it though. I guess it was only whenever we applied a modifier.
Yeah. You would have had to roll back the server if just it wouldn't have been worth playing. What can you say?
Oh, the near 2 hour of progress gone.
You gotta think about what's important, Wiki. Alright, what was I... Oh yeah, I remember now. Oh right, I want some ladders. Crepes sells the best mushroom, ham, cheese, and bacon.
Yeah, that's the other thing is in England when you ask for bacon, you automatically get like a like loin back bacon is what you get. You don't get like the streaky kind you get like in America, which I always found interesting.
To fall back on the comment about English muffins in grocery stores, like when you're saying like we don't have like the actual English muffins, like is it prepared differently or is it like under a brand?
No. English. The thing of an English muffin is just a American made thing. An English muffin. We don't have. I mean, we have like scones and crumpets and things like that, but we don't have what you'd refer to as an English muffin. Like, the closest thing we'd have to an English muffin remotely would be probably a hot.
Muffin.
Well, no, it'd be like a hot cross bun, which is like it's a sweet sticky bun with like currants in it, and those things are delicious.
Well, that was kind of the thing I was talking about was like when you go into like British section of the like world foods in the grocery store, you notice something that like you haven't not recognized that you see originally in the UK. That's what I was asking, is like
Yeah, pretty much English muffins is the only thing I always see in those sections that just are a non-thing in the UK. For the most part, they're pretty good, but the stuff they only really carry in those sections I've noticed are like the incredibly like popular like British brands. So like McVitie's chocolate covered digestive, which are a type of no one really knows what those are in America, but they're basically just a type of like wheat cookie that's covered in chocolate, and they're like delicious. And like most British people, I tend to dunk my cookies in my tea because I mean that's just something we do. A weird habit, I will agree, but so I mean the first time
I guess it depends on the cookie. I mean, as long as it's not, well, as long as it's not chocolate. I mean, I can't imagine myself dunking like a chocolate cookie in a tea.
Well, it's so the weird thing with like a cultural like thing is obviously English people are famous for having baked beans on toast, which like pork and beans on your toast, and a lot of Americans think it's just like the weirdest thing ever. Like they think it's just like that. Why would that's just strange? Why would you do that? But then this is also the same country that has like they put maple syrup on like their sausage links. So it's just kind of like that's basically a very odd thing to do in England. That you wouldn't just fucking put sweet maple syrup on sausages. But me saying that, I do like syrup on my sausages. So it's one of those things. It's don't knock it till you've tried it kind of thing.
Worst British thing is Marmite. I thought that was an Australian thing.
Yeah, it is. Marmite is also an English thing. In Australia, they call it Vegemite. It's
Okay.
it's a paste made from yeast, and
It's really fucking salty.
It's an acquired taste. But the thing is I normally find people who say it's the fucking most disgusting thing ever aren't actually using it correctly. Shall we say? You meant to.
Ellie, I thought you were gonna say that fried ice cream.
Fried ice cream.
I actually really like fried ice cream.
That was actually the weirdest thing that I did think was like, that's to the point of disgusting, and I don't get it. It's when like McDonald's were doing the bacon McFlurry. I was just like, what
fuck?
the fuck
I
is
don't even
that?
remember that.
McDonald's for like the longest time were doing a bacon McFlurry, and it's just like, oh, bacon and ice cream. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh god. Just watching my friend eat was just kind of like disturbing to me. It was just like, no, I don't get it, and I don't want to get it.
Have you tried ketchup chips?
Wow.
I've actually, when you say ketchup chips, you like potato like crisps, yeah? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love those.
Yeah. I've actually ate ketchup flavored chips, and they're not bad. Like I didn't think they were terrible.
They're a Canadian.
I just found a
delicacy.
lavender field.
Yeah, they had them in America for like a while. They
never caught on there though.
Yeah, they didn't. It's the same as like one of my favorite brand of chips in England is Walker's Worcestershire sauce like flavored chips.
Yeah,
like those things are delicious.
I brought ketchup chips to for Pat and his parents, and they hated it.
Man, get
in
better.
UK, it's called curry fries. What?
Curry fries.
Oh man,
I love
that was
curry
good,
fries.
though. You love curry fries?
Curly fries?
No, curry. Like so.
Curly.
So, like most British citizens, I've been known to enjoy a curry because after you've had a few bits, you go out and you have like a nice Indian curry. We say Indian. Most of the curry we eat in England tends to be of British descent. It's actually so like a chicken vindaloo, for instance, which is an incredibly spicy chicken curry, is actually a UK invention. It's not Indian at all. It's a case of English cultural appropriation, essentially. But yeah, like I said, like most English people, yeah, I enjoy curry, and in most Indian restaurants in America, in England, you can actually get curry fries, which is just it's literally just English chips, like which you'd get from the chip shop, and you just put curry sauce on them, which is just think of it as in like incredibly an incredibly spicy fucking gravy essentially.
Spicy gravy. Okay.
Yeah. And you can also get curry flavored potato chips, which are also delicious. But like everything else, an acquired taste. I suppose it's just whatever you grow up with generally.
I found a fortress, guys.
Oh, nice.
I'm about 10 kilometers out in the x-axis.
Found the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, just referring to when your guys in the comments, Mike. Most English fish and chip shops they actually do have curries, so you can get curried fries.
When I was in England, I didn't see that in England actually. When I was there.
You kind of have to ask for it. Like, it's not something that's on. They normally don't just put it on the menu just because it's such a common thing. I know it sounds odd saying something so common they don't even put it on the menu, but most fish and chip shops do have curry sauce. So if you ask them, "Can I have some curry sauce on my fries?" They'll be like, "Yeah, sure." But you just kind of have to ask.
That's kind of weird.
It is. Like, I'm not going to say it's not strange. It's just something we do.
Why is
Okay.
Mike the only person playing Minecraft right now? Oh, because one, I'm working on a prop. Two, no, Mike's not the only one. Is Sully in there?
Yeah, I'm in
It
here.
is.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we kind of like spent our like Minecraft session like yesterday, and we just wait out a week and then we do our next phase of whateverness. Personally, like our main goal is just to have to go and defeat the bosses, the Weather and Ender Dragon, and then
Yeah, it's either this or
whatever personal goals.
It's either this or I go play Dota. So.
I'm pretty sure nobody wants to stay around for Dota.
Oh wow. Dota has feelings too, you know.
Well, I mean, it's just like you got like a long marathon of Dota at one point, and people are like, "Ugh."
Well, either you liked it or you didn't like it. That's either one. Not Arc Warden, no. No Arc, probably. I mean,
It's the same as like I mean, I've more. It's especially recently I've been enjoying playing No Man's Sky again. But I mean that's because it's an actual game now. Whilst before it wasn't. But no, I would say No Man's Sky is a particularly enjoyable game, but it does have a amount of stigma attached to it, so to speak. So like every single time you kind of mention, "Oh, I play," and everyone's like, "Oh, you play that shit." So it's like, oh yeah, like not everyone's got the same tastes. Yeah. I will say as I've gotten older, I've definitely started enjoying like more like strategy games, like playing games like Civ and just games where you can just sit back and relax and just almost play like a board game. If that makes any sense. What's before I'd need something a bit more intensive. I'd need to be doing something constantly, but because I guess I've gotten that from being a parent of just being like, I just want something I can just relax and just play and just look out on the screen.
you sound like an old man now.
Oh, I am an old man, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Old man person guy.
I'm only joking. I'm only 34, but I mean it's.
Oh man. Practically hit one step in the grave already.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be 35 here in like literally a couple of months. So it's just like, oh, that feeling of knowing you're just about to hit your mid-30s and being like, man, it's only gonna be 5 years until I'm 40. Fantastic.
It's all
I'm
downhill
gonna be
from here.
turning 30 in a month, so oh god.
Guess what happens
I
when...
was
Hmm?
I was gonna say I was comfortable with 30. It's knowing that Ford is fast approaching. If that makes any sense, that's kind of worrying.
Not really, it's 10 years. It's not fast.
Well, not for me. It's not 10 years for me.
Well, like...
I found a bauble that makes me feather fall. That's pretty cool.
I generally don't worry about too much, especially age related. I mean, I will say the unfortunate thing with my my ex-wife is I feel that the reason why her thoughts, opinions, and everything else, she's just started like she pretty much hit 30 and started like basically having a midlife crisis, pretty much. Feeling like she was getting old and that she hasn't really achieved anything in her life, and she just kind of went off the deep end slightly. It was kind of interesting to watch, honestly.
You just need to pick up
So
a
I'm
weird
like-
hobby. That's all you need to do. Keep yourself busy.
Mhm.
Oh my god, is Mike a Meepo scripter? Bad scripter.
What?
No, I was accused of cheating with Meepo the first time I played him. I was just trying to learn him, and the worst part was we lost that game. I don't know. That's the only thing worse than being like I've been accused of a cheater in so many games. Like TF2, oh my god, it was like every other week. It was like someone thought I was a cheater in that game. But what made it worse was that I didn't win. I lost, and then I was still accused of being a cheater. At least if you win, you're like, yeah, I was so good. It's like I'm cheating. But like when you lose and they still think you're cheating, you're like, okay, they just think I'm a bad cheater. Feels bad, man.
To emphasize 30 being a midlife crisis, women see age differently to guys, and whilst I agree that 30 seems an odd age to basically have a midlife crisis, she was exhibiting all the symptoms of a midlife crisis. So even though I was thinking she's only 30, why is she like starting to think this way? I thought it was strange, but then I obviously looked all this garbage up as I've been known to do. And like women are very funny about their age. Make no mistake of it that most guys just casually don't give a fuck, which is kind of the mentality item. Like, oh well.
Nah,
You know.
some of them go, they buy a motorcycle and they crash it into
You trying to say that's you trying to regain your youth, Mike?
Not
Being
really.
like, yeah, it's good to be young.
No, I hated my youth actually. I like things now. I don't like. I hated growing up.
I gotta admit, I'm definitely more comfortable with a lot of the knowledge I have now than I did when I was young. So I'm the kind of person that is I'm getting older gracefully, and I don't worry about too much.
I love getting older. It's great.
Listen to your elders, gentlemen.
Oh fuck! I found a notion, and I'm afraid if I cross, I'm gonna sink.
I feel like people who have midlife crises have like a little bit of a delusion of how good their childhood was. I have no such delusions. I hated my childhood. It was fucking. It was fucking boring.
Yeah, being a kid sucked. Like no, like whenever you'd have an opinion about anything at all, no one would ever take it seriously anyway. It's like, oh, you're just young and stupid. It's like, no.
It was also the fact I grew up around like 4 women, so I never got to do like things I wanted to do. Because
Did you?
Hmm?
I was gonna say, did you have the same issue that I had? So I have 2 sisters, and obviously, yeah, I had my mother as well.
Yeah.
Did you have that thing where each one of them would go on their time of the month, like at different times? So basically,
I know.
No,
I know what you're talking. No, I'm laughing because I know what you're talking about.
I'm fucking serious. So basically, at any one time, it does not matter. You did not have a rest or a break from. One of them was always on their monthly. So one of them was always like super emotional and super fucking temperamental, like the entire time, and you were just dealing with it fucking constantly.
No, I know what you're talking about.
I guess I'm pretty much the same case. You know, 2 sisters and a mother. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, only guys who have like multiple sisters like fucking understand this, because it was just a fucking living nightmare, like constant, just being like, oh, I guess she's on at the moment because like she's just getting angry at me for no fucking reason.
I think it was always spread out enough that I would always forget who was on what. so no, it was yeah, it was pretty shit.
I still remember the one time I had kidney stones. And I was just like curled up like in a ball on like the living on the living room floor because of how much pain I was in. I was just like oh, just make it stop. I'd literally be.
I guess they told you to suck it up.
Yeah, pretty much. They said,
Yeah.
"Come on, it ain't that bad." I was
Yeah.
like,
They're not sympathetic at all to anything.
I think my mother was actually sympathetic when I had kidney stones because she was aware of, like they're one of the most painful things like a guy can experience essentially. But my older and younger sister were just like, nah, deal with it. I'm like, no.
And the worst part is it never really changes either.
No.
Because I went home. I went home to Ontario after I was laid off. Like I don't know how many years ago that was. That was like the first time I stopped making videos. And I had a bout of the vitamin D deficiency that I had. And that experience is pretty much. I basically. I don't know if anyone's ever had a vitamin D deficiency, but you basically.
I actually have a skin condition called vitiligo. Which basically means I'm allergic to sunlight, put simply. So I have to kind of avoid.
He's a vampire.
No, yeah, basically. But yeah, so I kind of have to avoid going out in direct sunlight for extended period. But the offshoot of which means I also have a vitamin D deficiency because I'm not getting it from the sun, which is where I should be getting it. So I have to
just take vitamin D.
Vitamin Dix.
Well, yeah. I have to take vitamin Dix on a daily basis. But no, you basically I have to drink an ass ton of orange juice and also take vitamin D, essentially, because it is vitiligo is a type of autoimmune disorder, essentially, where basically my immune system is completely fucked up because of my skin condition. So yeah, I'm aware of where you're coming from, Mike, and people generally don't understand that. Like, you just feel low energy all the time.
Yeah. I know that was the best experience because I was at home, right, and like I literally didn't want to. I couldn't do anything. My head was all foggy and all that, and and my mom would come into my room daily and be like, "Are you still on that thing, Mike?" Oh, thanks, Mom.
Oh, now I feel so much better about myself.
It was shit. I can tell you.
Yeah, no. Like, it's like the worst thing your parents can ever say isn't that they're angry, that they're disappointed. Like,
pretty much that's how it was. Oh man. It's okay, she'll never know I told everyone this.
Dude, this is insane.
What? What's insane?
Just the sheer amount of land I've covered. Oh my gosh. Like, I've traveled at least 13 kilometers. 14? 14. And then I found a charm that makes me float.
That's a useful charm.
Yeah, so like I'll use my slime sling, I'll launch myself in the air, and then whee, I'm floating. So I don't have to do the bouncy thing anymore.
Subscribe so Liam can afford blood packs.
hey man, I actually did get that that remaster from Night Dive of Blood. Was it Fresh Supply? I was like, oh man, they remastered Blood, fantastic. I'll get it. I mean, it's not much of a remaster. I mean, graphically, it still looks the same. It's just it just runs without any hiccups, kind of thing. It's kind of
They actually do really good remasters, honestly. Those guys.
Night Dive. I love Night Dive. They're fast becoming one of my more favorite studios.
I
I'm
don't-
still waiting to hear information on that System Shock remake they're supposed to be doing.
I think people were a little bit mad about something with it. I forget what it was.
The System Shock, I can tell you, a lot of people. So what happened is I think they underestimated like how popular their
Sorry.
they underestimated how popular their Kickstarter campaign was going to. So they ended up like, a fuck ton of money more than they thought they'd a ton more than they thought they'd get, and it kind of put pressure on the studio, thinking, well, we need to like vastly improve this game. We need to really go whole hog. So they started adding like a bunch of extra stuff to the game that wasn't like originally in it, and I think in people's opinion, they said the environment looked too clean and clinical look because the original System Shock was meant the space station was meant to look, you know, kind of dirty and gritty, like you know the 80s version of a future space station. So it was meant to look like kind of rough looking, like in Ridley Scott's Alien, it's meant to kind of look really like garbage.
Yeah.
So when everything started looking more clean and clear, like the modern idea of like a space station, people started getting upset of being like, look, this isn't like what the game originally looked like, and basically they went back to the drawing board essentially. But I will say the most recent footage they released, I think, was I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, and I mean the game's looking good. It's looking good. It's just we haven't really. They've kind of gone dark. I haven't really talked about it, and I mean that's fine because you know I mean how long has Black Mesa being fucking made for? It's fucking point. I mean, Christ. And when was your LP of the mod for crying out loud, Mike?
It was a long ass time ago.
See, I actually do have the paid version of Black Mesa because a friend of mine bought it for me. So I've actually been playing the kind of new Zen levels as they've been releasing them, and I will say the improvements they've been making to Zen have been really good. But at this point, it's kind of just been on the drawing board for so fucking long. It's just like people are starting to get frustrated. But I'm honestly all for a original System Shock remake because I actually really like the original game. The only thing I think that holds it back now is it's a victim of its time because you know it's made by the same people who made Ultima Underworld. So
Oh yeah.
it's got that very flat. I wouldn't say even Doom-esque sprite. It's very clunky. It's a very clunky game.
If FPS platforming really that hard to grasp, have you seen me and Pat going through a co-op? Apparently it is. Apparently it's extremely difficult. Pat was not having a good time with that.
I gotta admit, I've never really had an issue with first-person platform.
You grew up with it, that's why.
Well, I mean, I played the Prime games. That's one thing.
Whatever happened to you and Pat?
We're friends. What do you mean? What happened to us?
Oh, I thought you guys broke up.
No. We
Say it
got mad at each other once for something Dota related, but that was it.
Okay.
It wasn't really that big of a deal, honestly. We both realized it was dumb, and we stopped being retarded about it.
Okay. You guys are like the best friends.
I guess so. We get along. We have the same taste in a lot of stuff. Just recently, I haven't... Like, he doesn't play... as far as I know, he doesn't like Minecraft. Actually didn't ask him. But, he doesn't like some of the things I like, but we do like some things. Like Path of Exile we're both really into.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Hat of Exile.
Yeah. Precisely.
I found some gloves that make me climb shit. I found a featherfall thingy, and I got a slingshot. So I'm pretty much God now. I can go anywhere.
You're God now?
Oh yeah, isn't the graphics of the gloves like the same exact sprites ripped out of Link to the Past?
Yeah, it has to be.
I thought so.
Yeah, I was gonna say the climb gloves remind me of when I was playing like Breath of the Wild. That game was thoroughly enjoyable, but I will say the one thing that I hated about it, I just could not fucking stand, was the durability they put on the weapon. Like, it just sucked so bad that, like, a fucking sword would only last, like, 2 enemy encounters. Like, what the fuck is this sword made out of? Paper mache?
Oh yeah, I hated that too.
I couldn't stand the rain because then you can't climb for shit.
I like a lot of the mechanics they put in Breath of the Wild, but the one thing that really fucking bothered me was the weapon durability. It was just absurdly low.
I liked. My theory is with Link that he was just so strong that he broke the weapons.
He's a little kid, man.
You thought Breath of the Wild was kind of empty? Honestly, not really, because there's always like something to find when you're just doing on your first blind playthrough of it. You know, it's just because you might occasionally find an odd thing to find a Korok seed, or you find a body of water, there might be a treasure down in the bottom, and you know, little things.
I honestly, I found the world the most enjoyable element of it, because, like, obviously there's sections of the world where you can't go without certain gear because, you know, obviously around Death Mountain it's too hot and everything. I actually loved that element of it. It made the exploration a lot more interesting. If you want to see a game that's fucking boring and fucking empty, play Rage 2.
Oh, I remember. All I remember is I couldn't get that running on my video card. And then it was posted on
the Rage game.
Then it was posted on G or something, and people were making fun of my video card.
But it's the same thing over and over again for 20 hours. So what you're looking for is just having more variety. Well, then I'm not sure what they're going to do for the sequel of it. So, what could they do with it? Because, like, for all we saw in the footage is that, like, like Hyrule Castle sinking to the ground or some shit.
Oh, is it gonna be Minecraft Zelda?
What?
It's gonna be Minecraft Zelda. You can actually, like, build shit or something. I don't know.
I don't know. From what it was alluding to, like, the atmosphere was probably gonna look kind of like more gritty, dark, and things like that. I don't know.
I'm for that. I like some of the Zelda games I haven't done. And, like, one of my more favorite Zelda games was always the Wind Waker. That game was great. Love that game. I actually didn't like the Wii U re-release of it, because they're basically like, hey, we're gonna improve the graphics, we're gonna add a fuck ton of blue. Doesn't it look so much better? It's like, no. Not really. You know, also, it's really funny because, like, I actually still have my game, and I have, like, a ton of fucking games, but, like, I still have the Dolphin emulator on my computer just for, like, convenience. So it's just like
Majora's Mask, apparently. What? I haven't played.
Majora's Mask is a good game.
I haven't played many
Zelda,
of the Zelda.
Arkham Asylum. Oh, you got an upgrade to your Sheikah Slate. New ruin is a grappling hook.
Yep.
The Batarang or whatever.
Man, that'd be great on the Switch, having someone accidentally throw their fucking, like, Switch controller across the room for the Batarang.
Yeah, that was the one thing. There wasn't like plentiful, like, long dungeons. Maybe they'll probably do something like that in the sequel then.
I would say the issue with Breath of the Wild was a lot of the stuff just felt copy pasted, like it. And there was a lot to do, but everything felt copy pasted for the most part, with the especially with the those Sheikah challenges and whatever.
I played Link to the Past, and that's it. That's all I did.
Actually, it's okay.
Yeah.
Link to the Past is probably one of the better ones anyway. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, apparently they did a remake of the style of it. That's kind of cool on the Wii U.
they did they've just done a remake of Link's Awakening, which was the Game Boy game, which was actually originally gonna be it was actually originally going to be a Link to the Past for the Game Boy, but they eventually just made it its own thing. It became Link's Awakening.
Oh yeah.
There you go. The more you know.
Kind of nice.
honestly, from what I've played of the remake of Link's Awakening, I mean, it's the same game. It's just got it's honestly a fun little game. I got to be honest. I just don't own a Switch, so.
Neither do I. We were actually talking about it yesterday, and I was like, I don't know. I can't see myself getting one. Yet, at least. Maybe when it's end of life on the console. I also don't play a lot of games these days anyway, so.
Yeah, that's the thing I struggle with. So there's a lot of games on the Switch I'd like to play, but I know if I owned a Switch, I probably just wouldn't fucking play them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I do that. I think, man, I'm gonna get this game and I'll buy it, and then it will just sit on my Steam library. Be like, yeah, it was really worth the money.
Yeah, I do that with Steam right now, so. So I figure it's better for me not to pay for that stuff right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like. It's almost like gaming procrastination. I
I know what you're saying. It looks super cool. I just wish it came out a couple years ago when I was more, probably would have bought that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so sad. Oh.
It's not that I don't like games. It's just I spend my time doing other things. Is the actual main issue. Mainly work. Spending time with my daughter. So
Yeah, for me it's mostly a lot of work, to be honest. Seems these days.
And me is getting ready for an anime convention.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Gotta play the hentais.
Speaking of hentai, like I said, I have a VR headset. There's some fucked up shit on that.
Thanks, Liam.
I gotta say, when people are like, so yeah, VR is kind of gimmicky at best, like I will say, but man, I've had some huge fun playing some of the fucking VR titles. Like, holy shit.
VR hentai.
Actually, like, one of my friends actually asked me if I actually do own any pornographic like VR games. I'm like, actually, no, I don't. I just think it's funny to talk about because people think I've got like about like 20 of the fucking things.
I don't own them. I pirate them.
Yeah. But I will admit, I have watched VR porn because I mean, everyone has to experience that at least.
Didn't make it better.
Yeah, it did actually.
Yeah, it felt like you were there.
I wouldn't say it felt like. I wouldn't say it. So this is the misconception I feel with VR. People say, "Oh, it feels like you're there." Thinking, yes and no. You're aware that you're not there because obviously you have no sensations from that environment. So you're aware when there's a fucking woman riding your dick. She's got tits, and you're aware that there's no real woman sat on your lap. So like you're aware it's not real. It's more entertaining to watch. Because the way I explained it to my friend. Do you ever have that thing like in pornography when the cameraman focuses on the man ass and it really irritates the shit out of you? I said, with VR porn, you get to look where you want. You don't have to worry about a cameraman.
And you're like, well, damn it, why am I looking at the dick again?
Yeah.
VR porn with a flashlight attachment.
Yeah, there's actually I actually watched a lot of the like the videos they have on like Pornhub of like some of the stupid some of the stupid things people do with the technology of like obviously combining it with a flashlight attached to like a sex machine kind of thing. I'm just thinking, man.
Sounds very Japanese thing.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty much. I mean, like that's the route like technology is going anyway. We know that the only reason we're going to stop making technology is because we've already created sex bots or some shit.
I could have sworn I seen a Twitter post with something like that, and with a comment saying, "It's our future."
It is. It is the direction technology is going. Make no mistake. But for every avenue, for every time there is a technological leap, especially like I didn't think about it. What was the first thing that was done with VR after gaming? Pornography, straight away. Like it was just the natural state of things. That's what happened. So it's going to be the exact same thing when we start getting fucking things like robot butlers and shit. The next thing you're going to get is a sex bot. It's just the next thing you're going to get.
Now, what about holodecks, as someone mentioned in chat? Humanity will go extinct.
Oh yeah, holodeck. Yeah. That's
Have you
as soon as
you've seen Star Trek, right? You've seen Barclay's holodeck addiction.
Oh man.
They've explored that
got-
already.
I mean, you got to be 100%. I'll be 100%. If we had access to fucking holodecks, like, I honestly don't think I'd be doing much out and spending my time in the holodeck outside of work.
Have you ever seen those? Have you ever seen those? Have you ever seen those memes of like?
Remember how Minecraft's a kids game?
Shit.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
One second.
10 years ago, in
I
fact.
need to look this up. 1 second.
God, the latter part of this stream is just,
It's fine, man.
Oh
I
damn
like
it!
this.
I thought this would be more easy to find. This was like the funniest thing. Oh, okay. So they would always have this. It was like this. It was like this meme where they would do something like they would have this thing. It's like they're like computer. All right, put a naked monkey in the middle of the room. All right, add several bananas. You know, like just all this crazy shit. Put a BDSM dungeon here and computer disable safety protocols. And that would always be the last thing that they do. Disable safety protocols.
I'm trying to put a part together and I can't do it. Ah!
Oh,
Remember
man.
when
Oh god.
remember when Liam called that one game Incest Simulator? You're talking about Crusader Kings 2. It is Incest Simulator if you played it. That's what you spend all your time doing in that game, is marrying your cousins and shit.
Oh yeah, there's one that was Wesley related. Oh god. Wesley eating a cake. Oh yeah, he's seen them actually. Yeah, that's the kind of it. It's like place Wesley eating a cake. Oh god. I couldn't find it. I tried to look it up to find where they were, but I know I've seen them and I thought it was actually the funniest fucking thing. Because you know that's what we'd be fucking doing.
There was a I actually did how long ago was it? I think it was I want to say it was 4 months. I was actually watching a video on this new VR gloves. This company was
The power glove.
making.
The power glove.
No, it's so what it is, it looks like a glove, but it's got like a bunch of wires connected to like the back of the fingers. And the reason it does is when you pick something up in VR, what it will do is it will tighten the strings on the finger, stop you actually fully. So if you're holding like a rock in VR, it will actually stop you fully closing your fingers to give like the tactile feedback of you actually holding the object. If that makes any sense. It also has like these pressure points at the end of your fingertips that also inflate slightly to give a kind of like a feedback to touching things. It was really weird, but like the guy was just saying like how natural and like immersive it was. And I could imagine it would be, but the issue being was this glove was attached to basically a computer by itself, and he was only wearing one. So I would say the technology's quite far from being useful at that point.
All right, I'm gonna play some Civ 6.
All right. Oh, you play Civ 6 too?
Oh yeah, I got into it like a month ago.
It's actually not that bad, is it? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, like I'd say it's a big improvement over 5 in a lot of ways.
In some ways, yeah.
I know. I did enjoy. I did enjoy Civ 6, honestly.
You did enjoy? Why is it
I
past
did.
tense?
I did. I just haven't played in a long time.
Oh.
I say it doesn't mean I still don't enjoy it. It's just I haven't played in a long time. I probably played it. I want to say last time I played it was about a year ago. I want to say, and before that I was playing Beyond Earth because I picked it up in a pack somewhere.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Beyond Earth. That was
Yeah, Beyond Earth felt a bit rough, I gotta admit. I mean, I did enjoy the time I spent with it, but it was just kind of like every so often it was just kind of like, I feel this could have been done better.
Yeah, I kind of regret picking up Beyond Earth.
I gotta be 100% honest though. After I was playing Civilization 6, the next game I pretty much picked up was Warhammer 40k Gladiator, which is Warhammer 40k 4X game, which is ironic really because there is no diplomacy in 4K. So it's just destroy your enemies kind of thing. But it plays very much like a 4X game, and that Gladius is actually a really fun game if you're into 40k.
imagining chicken feet. Just wait for the day they finally perfect VR tech. Someone invents a Matrix and it's all obsolete. Nah, man.
That implies the Matrix hasn't been invented already, guys.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd be upset if this is my idea of a perfect world and a perfect, because I'd be like, oh man, I really have.
Well, they were said they said in the movies that it can't be too perfect, or otherwise you won't believe it. That's why they had to they had to make it a little bit miserable.
Yeah, like human beings are shit by nature, so by extension, the world has to be shit slightly as well.
Yeah.
Having said that, guys, fucking that new Medieval remake comes out on the 25th of October. I'm looking forward to that. Oh my god.
Medieval remake?
Yeah, there's a really old game on the PlayStation called Medieval, and it's like one of my favorite games ever. Like I really, really love that game, and they're making a remake that comes out on the 25th of October. Some people are, I noticed from reading, some people are a bit upset because it is literally just a remake. There are a couple of quality of life things they've added to it. Like there's a fast weapon switch now. I did play the demo they released a few weeks ago, but it is literally just a recreation of the original game with modern graphics, which is all I really wanted from it. And a lot of people were upset they didn't add more to it and whatever. I'm thinking, no, it's the game structure is really good by itself, so they didn't really need to add anything to it. But it is easily one of my favorite games ever made. I literally Medieval. I play through that game once every 2 years, regularly. So them making a remake of that is just kind of yep, that's all I want. They actually something they said during development is they said they wanted you to be able to pick up the original PlayStation game guide and be able to complete the game, the new game from the old game guide essentially. So essentially all the puzzles and everything else are identical. For anyone who enjoys old school PlayStation game, I would highly recommend the Medieval remake. Even if you've never played Medieval before, check it. Just give it a look. It's it would, from the demo I played, it was great. It was everything I wanted it to be. So.
Good to know.
Shame it's only available on PlayStation though. I mean, it goes without saying because it's a Sony-owned property, but I'd like to see them do what they did with the Crash Insane Trilogy and the Spyro trilogy, because they released that on PC, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
See, I never picked those up because I was a fan of Spyro back in the day, but I know I wouldn't play it if I bought it. So
Yeah.
It's interesting with the resurgence of both Crash and Spyro having those remasters. It kind of perked the interest of the original creator of Banjo-Kazooie to think about having to do some sort of deal with that series, or even having a new entry. It's just about Microsoft being on board with it, and Microsoft's like,
Microsoft always I mean,
they were at least generous to have, you know, the Baron Bird duo being in Smash. So
yeah, that was interesting that they allowed that to happen, considering they own the property of that now. I'd like to see how that conversation happened.
Oh, with Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah, like they're in Smash now,
Oh, yeah.
but they're a Microsoft-owned property, so it's interesting that.
I mean, they've relaxed a little bit over the last couple of years, particularly post Balmer. That's what really did it.
Yeah.
Balmer was fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. I do think it's that nice that some game companies are becoming a bit more lax with their intellectual properties. Like I did like I was just saying, I was generally interested to see when the Crash Insane trilogy and the Spyro trilogy came to Steam. I was like, that's interesting because those always were like just a Sony intellectual property. So it's interesting that the those remasters just ended up on Steam. And I was saying how I'd like to see the same with this Medieval remake, but I am going to be buying it on PlayStation because I don't think it's the one they will port to Steam because Medieval is very much a Sony-owned property, but so was Crash and Spyro. So
I mean,
who knows?
They're bringing Halo to Steam. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Mostly that they probably don't have a huge lot of faith in the Xbox anymore.
Yep. Probably not. I mean, a lot of the games they've released on Xbox have just come to fucking PC anyway, so it's sort of
pretty much, yeah.
And honestly, I don't really think it's hurting them at all. It's actually, I would say it's probably beneficial for them because it means at least they're making money off these games they probably wouldn't have made much money off either way.
Yeah, well, I think that's how they see it too.
Yeah.
But it's also they're not doing well this generation apparently, so that's it. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I was intrigued by like the Crash and Spyro. Sony have been very well known for being kind of bastards. With, they were doing that thing with I don't know if they still do it. I'm not a Fortnite player by any means, but they were doing that thing where the Fortnite accounts for the PS4 are exclusive to the PS4 only. So if you tried to log into your account like on PC, you wouldn't be able to. But you know, with PC and the Switch versions, you could, and I think even the Xbox One version you could as well, because the accounts were essentially cross-platform.
I always thought that was a Microsoft thing that they did that because they were always like because they did trials for some games like Shadowrun was originally supposed to be cross-platform, and then the console players got crushed or something, and then they're like, okay, no, we shouldn't do this.
When I say cross-platform, I don't mean that it has cross-platform play. I'm just saying it. Say if you were playing Fortnite on the Switch and you know you got your Epic Game account or whatever, and you unlock a bunch of you unlock a bunch of shit on the Switch, right?
Mm-hmm.
You then decide you're going to install it on your PC. You log into your same Epic Game account, and you'll have access to all the shit you unlocked on the Switch. Like that stuff is a cross-account kind of thing.
Yeah, like I said, they had the same thing, and then they decided not to do it because they were like, it was bad for their business or whatever. I forgot what the exact reason was.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So Sony took that viewpoint.
But the weird part was that PC is their platform technically.
Yeah, kind of funny, really.
Teenage Pac-Man. The fuck? The fuck is this shit?
Hello, spammer.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Are a pair of spammers in here that speaks German?
I need to know what this is. Do you want total war? Do you want him, if necessary, more completely and radically than you can imagine today? What the fuck are these wrong with these guys? don't even know. One guy seems to be a bit German, and the other guy Pez Dick. Long live my guide. Yeah, whatever.
Pezdick?
And dead.
Oh, who the fuck these guys are? I don't know if it was a meme or what. And if it was a meme, I apologize.
Considering
Considering
the German said "Mein Führer," I was like,
yeah, that's all. Like, I didn't know if they were memeing or what. But it wasn't like typical spam. It was just like fucking, I don't know.
German.
Fucking Germans, man. What are you gonna do? You guys make awesome cars, though, by the way. Come back if you want to bring cars.
To be fair to Foofer, we attract weird viewers, so I guess it's our fault.
Yeah,
Almost implying that we're weird people.
I'm weird.
Oh yeah.
Well, one thing is to be said, we were a culturally diverse set of people, at least. So.
I'm Canada.
Yeah, like I'm the guy making a prop for an anime convention. Liam over here has a VR headset, and Mike over here is like he crushed his leg. Sully is being Sully.
So I like that. I like the Sully's just solid. There's nothing more that needs to be said about that. No, the only issue with I'd say the biggest issue with VR as well is it's very intensive, to say the least. So I do need to update my graphics card. It is starting to jug slightly.
I thought we were still talking about VR
RTX
porn.
on.
I thought we were talking about VR porn still. It's very intensive.
Oh yeah, very very intensive. Yeah, I get really into it sometimes.
Exactly. Oh jeez, I never asked Pat if he ever tried VR porn.
Isn't it the fault of Sulker that Mike gets weird? What?
Stalker.
So a stalker.
I meant stalker. Because I have a bunch of Russians that came into my video and stuff. Because I liked Stalker. And it's semi-true.
Yeah, stalkers are very popular.
Suka bleh.
It's a very popular Russian.
They love it, dude. But I don't.
Yeah,
it's
they do.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Stalker is a fucking great game.
Yeah.
I thought it was the one thing that always confused me slightly about the Stalkers. Is if you play Shadow Chernobyl like in its without mods, just as it is from the get go kind of thing. I mean, apart from it being buggy as shit. Like the game visually still generally looks appealing. Just even as old as the game is, like it's still got that nice visual appeal to it. But when you actually play Stalker, Call of Pripyat, the third one.
Yeah.
When you actually play that one, there's some fucking weird ass draw distance on the foliage in that game, and I don't get why that's the case. Because it's almost like visually, a lot of elements of that game are a step back, which seems odd. I never quite understood why that was the. Was it the same engine or a different?
It was always the same engine, and they were always improving on it, quote unquote. It really depended how much time they had to fix bugs, but they made some really buggy ass games. So that's just how.
You know what I'm talking about with like the grass and everything in Call of Pripyat, yeah. Like even when you had the draw distance like on max, you could see it rendering in the distance. And it was just strange.
Yeah,
but the game.
It was a good game though.
Yeah, I was gonna say the game really comes into its own when it gets fucking dark, and you've just got like a flashlight and you can bet because when it's nighttime in fucking Stalk, it's fucking nighttime. You can't see shit.
And it's most of the night vision was fucking worthless in that game.
Yeah.
That was the most annoying thing on the planet.
Call of Chernobyl best mod.
I mean, like with the Stalker series, I always found the idea, the concept very interesting. I mean, because I've actually read the book Roadside Picnic, which is what Stalker's based off of, and I've actually I did watch the movie that was made in the Soviet Union as well, which is
Oh.
generally a good movie in itself. But I was so. How much do you know about the actual story of Roadside Picnic, Mike? Do you know a little about it or nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
None at all.
Okay, so essentially the reason the book's called Roadside Picnic is in the book there are 3 zones around the world where basically alien spacecraft have landed,
Okay.
and because these spacecrafts have landed on Earth and then left, they've kind of left like junk behind and whatnot, which is kind of made these areas very dangerous because they, basically from a so the reason it's called Roadside Picnic is because it's the concept of say like when you go camping, right?
Yeah.
You set up your tent, you do your campfire and stuff, and then after you leave, obviously the wildlife comes back to the area. And the wildlife isn't going to understand what a campfire is. It's not going to understand what a cigarette butt is or some of the empty cans you've left lying around.
Yeah.
So the idea of it being called Roadside Picnic is because we're like the wildlife coming back to the area after a strange visitation. And we have like literally no understanding of what's in the area. And these zones around the world, essentially, they've kind of been cordoned off by the military. So I'm trying to think if the book centers in the Ukraine. I don't think it does, from my recollection. But there's basically these people who enter the areas called stalkers who steal like the artifacts left behind from these visitations because they sell incredibly well.
Okay.
In the center of the zone, there is a golden sphere called the Wish Granter, which made it into Shadow of Chernobyl, you know that.
Yeah.
But in reality, in the book, it is actually a wish granter. Have you actually ever seen the film Sphere with Samuel L. Jackson and Dustin Hoffman? It's loosely based off Roadside Picnic as well.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so like anyone thinking of the similarities between Sphere, this giant golden ball that makes your dreams come true, that's heavily based off Roadside Picnic as well. But I did like the direction they took with the game of just basing it in the natural disaster area of the Chernobyl power plant, because obviously that was a huge tragedy, and it's just interesting the idea of rather than it being an alien visitation, it's a man-made like catastrophe that's kind of ruined the natural area. It makes the concept of the game a lot more interesting, I find, because it compares the story to something that kind of really happened that was a huge tragedy. So yeah, I love the direction the game took.
No, it was excellent. They did an amazing job with it.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, like you say, it was clunky, but you can tell they put their heart and soul into it. So
Yeah.
and that shines through. I mean, imagine that, a game that could be like buggy and clunky, like as long as the developers put their best effort forward and obviously cared about what they were making, it normally means it's going to be a good game. You definitely don't want a game that's essentially designed by a fucking board meeting.
Why does this thing not work half the time? I mean,
Oh, the book takes place in Canada. I didn't know that.
yeah. And then the guys tried to make Metro, but that's, to my opinion, that was a shallow representation of what had been done earlier.
Yeah, like I mean, Metro was enjoyable, but I prefer Stalk. Like I think Stalk is the better
Metro
game.
wasn't really replayable. It was like a single-player linear experience. You do one time, and hey, you're done. That's it.
I haven't played the new one. Having said that,
Last Light, or the one that's
No,
the one that's on the Epic EGS store.
yeah, I haven't played that one yet.
Yeah, I don't blame you for not playing that one.
Yeah.
It kind of killed my design. I don't even know if it was supposed to be good. I just, I'm like, hey, if that's what you guys want to do, I'm not gonna get jerked around. I don't give a fuck. I'm not buying it.
I've heard mixed things about a friend who told me it was bad. Another friend told me it's way too slow and methodical because the problem is a lot of the movement and everything else. It's still based around like Metro and Metro Last Light. So they said the biggest problem with it then being basically a kind of open world, gets your character kind of moves too slow across the environment is the problem.
I actually started playing Fallout
So-
4. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading chat.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I know some shit and switched trial from fun, but this thing like hooked me like hell. I couldn't get into Fallout 4. All I remember doing is like glitching it out and then like I I thought it was
And
awful.
that's it.
I thought it was
No.
awful. That's all I thought. I just couldn't get out over it.
I actually enjoyed my time with Fallout 4, but having said that, you also have to understand how. So a lot of the obviously the very valid complaints with Fallout 4 was the dialogue was trash, which it was.
Yeah, and you
there's
know the worst part about that was they actually overhauled the system for that. They're like,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, we've never taken story very seriously in a Fallout game. This time we're trying, and it's like, this is fucking awful.
But the funny thing about that is I'm a bit of a weird Fallout fucking player. I always have. It's never really been about the story for me. It's never been about the quest. It's always been about just stepping out into the waste and just choosing a direction, and saying, let's go this direction. Oh look, there's a building. Let's look what's in here. Let's take this. Let's do that. So it's always been more about exploring the world and looting the environments more than talking to people about quests, which is why I prefer Fallout 3 over New Vegas, which is a controversial opinion in most people's view. Because I prefer the world design of Fallout 3 over New Vegas. New Vegas kind of feels empty to me
This is
in
why
comparison to
this-
Fallout 3.
this is why Todd Howard hates you. Okay.
And sometimes in the case of Fallout 3, there's like some extra little stories of like random locations. Like, what's the backstory behind this location? I mean, you got to think about like one of the vaults where there's just a bunch of Garys running around.
Something I will say that was better in Fallout 3 than in New Vegas, in my personal opinion, and opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love New Vegas. Like, I have to emphasize this, I do love New Vegas as well. So don't interpret this as me saying, oh, New Vegas is trash. No, New Vegas is a fantastic game. And you can really tell that the developers put their fucking heart and soul into it. And that, yet again, shows through. It shows through a lot of the jank, because that game does have a lot of fucking jank. But something I will say about Fallout 3 over New Vegas, I feel that the Bethesda studio are a lot better at doing a story-based environmental design, of being able to walk into an environment and then sort of look around and tell that something horrific had happened there. And you can actually piece it together from the visuals they've given you. New Vegas didn't have as much as that from my feeling. Like, I mean, an example is there's this one house in Fallout 3 you can go into, and when you go upstairs into the bedroom, there's two skeletons spooning one another. I mean, if the apocalypse was coming, and I knew it was coming, you bet your damn ass I'm going to spend the last few moments of life trying to screw my wife.
Hey, no.
But other
spooning,
things, yeah. But no. There's also this one sub. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but there's this one subway in Fallout 3 where literally there's just this one feral ghoul, and all it's been doing is collecting plungers. It's just a room full of fucking plungers, and all this feral ghoul's been doing is collecting plungers. And it's just stuff like that that's kind of visually entertaining that I enjoy just discovering and finding. And New Vegas didn't have as much of that for my liking. But no, I mean, like, I will be the first to agree that like Fallout 4 was generally, for the most part, a step back. But I did enjoy the world design. I did enjoy the denser environment of like, it didn't seem to matter what direction you went, you always seemed to bump into something interesting. So you could really tell they really focused on the map and what it looked like. Also, the city having that sense of verticality, being able to go up on the highways and climb up the buildings as well. That was interesting. But don't get me started on Fallout 76. Fucking hell.
Yeah, what did you think about that?
Fallout 76 is a representation of a game where I love the environmental design, but it's ruined by the dicks who play it.
Really? That's your concern with that? Ah. That was just a buggy, shitty mess with no NPCs or anything like that.
Well, like I said, they've added them. So I've always been very kind of like I said, the way I play Fallout is I kind of just I walk out into the open world and I explore. I just generally like looking at the environment. Generally, from a generalized, the NPCs hold no fucking interest to me because they're always going to be saying the same shit, which is, oh, isn't it? Like, look, I need this, or I need, or like, they just go about their life problems. Whatever. I just generally don't want to hear about it.
Because I have my own problems.
Because I got my own problems. Yeah, exactly.
Nick in chat, to answer your question, me and Liam have played Breath of the Wild. So
Yes.
also, hey there, Azariah.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Dr. Nick.
Dr. Amigo.
Continue.
Oh, God.
Continue.
No, 76 was a representation. I got it when it first came out because a friend of mine who also got it on PC decided, hey, I want someone to play with here. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I have Fallout 76. It's really funny because I actually did end up buying Fallout 76, but I bought it for Cadlo. Because Cadlo said he was entertained by the idea. I said, well, I've been playing it and I didn't really buy it, so here, fucking have it. So me, Malta, and Cadlos were playing it for a little bit, and playing it co is very fun. But like as you know, like most games, when you add co-op to it, just kind of make it fun.
Co-op makes everything better.
Yeah, and honestly, running around a multiplayer Fallout was fun. The only thing that really bothered me about it was every so often I'd be playing the game, I'd kind of be just in the middle of a quest or just exploring or doing whatever it was I wanted to do. And then when you start seeing just another random player just, bunny hopping in front of your view, it kind of takes you out of it slightly. That and early on, people were testing the versus system quite profusely. So the way do you know how the PvP works in 76, Mike?
Yeah, someone has to shoot you first. Okay, how did I fuck this up? What the fuck did I do? What? How did this happen?
Oh, is it not symmetrical?
Yeah, I don't know how I fucked that up.
Uh-oh.
I did something wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, actually.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's kind of weird, though. I thought I was pretty, thought I was pretty good about it. Oh, well.
So, yeah, like someone says, chat was, but emphasize, yeah, everything's better with because it just fucking is. But the issue I had with 76 is basically people would test the PvP system the same way, and I was experiencing this a lot with like me and Malta are like in an area like just crafting or doing something. Then another random player would run into the mid, and then would just randomly shoot Malta. And it's basically that player testing to see whether Malta wanted to PvP or not. Malta was clearly not interested, but this player just kept shooting it. And what they would always, because you'd only do a certain percentage of your damage, like you do a very low percentile of your damage while shooting someone who didn't want to engage in combat. But everyone would do the same fucking, it would take you down to next to no health and then just wait. Because at that point, you got a couple of choices open to you. You can either heal, or something in the environment's going to kill you.
Okay.
So everyone would do it the same fucking way, and it just got to the point where it was kind of getting obnoxious that you just get these random players coming up taking pot shots at you. And there was this one. I will say it did have some hilarious moments where we ended up in this ski resort on the top. It's a ski resort at the top of the map called Top of the World, and me and Malta are up there. And this one player was randomly fucking shooting Malta.
Okay.
And because me and Malta are in a party, I told Malta, well, you next know how if you're going to die anyway, shoot the dude in the head. As soon as you shoot him, that gives me opening to basically kill him at full capacity as well. So Malta shot this guy in the head. He kills Malta. I then shoot this guy's head off with a magnum. So he drops fucking dead. And then his partner shoots my head off. So you got this raw fun kind of a standoff thing that was just happening, and it was kind of amusing. But that's the only entertaining element that really came out of it. I would almost rather them just have a game where you're just doing 100% of your damage at all times, if that makes any sense. Rather than them having a system where people were like, let's see if this person wants to engage in combat. They don't. That's okay. I'll just keep shooting until they're down next to no health. Because what would happen every single time is you'd get down so low, you'd heal yourself. Then that player would start repeatedly shooting you. So they're basically trying to annoy you to get you to engage in combat. And in those elements, what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to go into my own private server, so I didn't have to deal with other players, which pretty much defeats the point of playing a mass online Fallout. But it's kind of sometimes what you wanted to do, just so you didn't have to deal with other dickbags.
Well, I thought that was like the primary thing that people wanted to do anyways. I begin to feel more comfortable handling the ass.
Yeah. I will say something they did add 76. I didn't was I'm not. So I don't like PUBG. I don't really like Fortnite. I did have Totally Accurate Battleground Simulator because that game's just funny as shit. So why wouldn't I own that one?
Yeah.
But the Battle Royale mode they did add to Fallout. I did actually play it and did enjoy it, but that's because when you're going into it, you know you're going to be in combat anyway. So it was honestly just like a fun multiplayer distraction. I actually enjoyed that game mode they added. And it was nice, it was just kind of added and you didn't have to pay extra for it. So generally for 76 is a game they're improving all the time. It doesn't stop the fact that it was garbage when it first came out.
Microtransaction store?
Yeah, it has a microtransaction store,
Yeah,
subscription.
I know.
I've never bought anything, and I've never felt like I was being held back in any kind of way. So
Elliot says it's DayZ, but much less fun.
I never really played DayZ, so I can't really comment on that. I do like the enemy design in 76. I do feel they did a good job with the enemies and stuff. So. A lot of the environments are just incredible. Like they're really well thought out and everything else. But the problem is I feel 76 would have shined so much better as a single player Fallout game with co-op added to it, rather than it being this kind of mass online experience they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
Like I feel the direction they should have taken was just a single player Fallout with co-op in it. Because that's basically what everyone fucking wanted anyway. But yet again, we're back to opinions are like assholes. So. A friend of mine raised actually a good point of I wonder if they've ever added like a co-op mod to Stalk. I'm thinking myself, that Cooper Stalk co-op could be a lot of fun. Thinking about it.
Can I choose the marble? I fucking can.
What's with people shooting Malta all the time? He's just got one of those faces you want to shoot. I don't know what it is. He seems to have this attraction to lead. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's actually. I'm gonna see if I can post it here. There's actually a video I did put on my channel of me and Malta playing Fallout 6. It's me and him encountering like our first ever Scorch Beast, and it just be a huge fucking shit show. I will admit, I do like the Scorch Beast. I mean, it's clearly just the fucking dragon AI from Skyrim put into fucking Fallout, but it being a giant bat is just kind of amusing. Yeah, where are we? God damn, when did I ever? There it is. There you go.
Vancouver Stuntman? Yeah, pretty much.
That's the me and Molt are encountering a Scorch Beast for like the first time. I still think the funniest thing that ever happened to me that I did get on fucking video was when I was playing Black Mesa. You know the place called the Blast Pit where you encounter that giant fucking what's the name of that giant tentacle thing? I don't know. What
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it though.
Yeah. So when I can obviously you distract the thing by using explosives. You kind of throw it across the room and it gets distracted by the explosion, so you can then kind of run around the environment without it being on your ass as much. Basically, I walked into that room, and I threw a grenade. The grenade bounces off the creature's head, bounces off the wall, then lands right next to me in an explosive crate. Like it could not. It
Oh
could
yeah,
not,
I think I did see that.
I could not have fucking time. And what's really fun is in that same room, literally moments later, I do the same thing and it bounces off the creature, bounces off the wall, and lands next to me again. Like it's just these trajectory of these shots, you just can't, like you cannot plan them, and it's just the fact that my bad luck hit me that hard. I've never been known for my luck in FPSs. If something's gonna go wrong, it's gonna fucking go every single time. Speaking of which, I did pick up Fear 3 a few weeks ago, and I know that game's meant to be garbage, and I bought it because it's supposed to be garbage. So I'm going to try streaming that at some point, because I've never played Fear 3.
I remembered hating it, actually. That's all I remember about it. I don't think I
Yeah,
liked 2 that much either, but 2 was still tolerable. 1 was amazing.
1 is incredible, and the problem is when you actually look at Fear 2 and the original Fear, like the amount of shit going on in the original Fear, so when you like fire a hail of bullets across the room, you know, it like hits the fucking wall, there's dust flying everywhere, there's fucking debris. It's generally fucking spectacular. Fear 2 removed that. Like, there's not as much like bullet damage in the environment and shit, and it's because it was obviously primarily it was designed for console over PC.
Yeah.
So like they took a lot of like the debris element out of it, which is what made the first Fear just feel so fucking good to play. When you're playing it in slow motion and destroying an environment with bullets, it generally looked amazing. I still think the funniest challenge I've ever fucking was I tried to play through Fear 1 without using slow-mo.
Oh, yeah.
And that was, it's as hard as it sounds. You don't really realize how much you rely on the slow-mo in that until you basically said, I'm not going to use it. I actually went into the options menu and completely unbound it so I wouldn't be tempted to use it.
It's hard, man.
It really is, yeah.
No, I remember that. It was pretty good, though. So I played Fear, I didn't know there was a slow mode. Oh, you missed out, then. That's part of the reason you play that game.
Yeah.
I was coming off of, like, the whole Matrix hype and everything. Everyone, slow is, like, the big thing.
Generally, Fear's like one of those games. It's yet again one of those games I play through it like every couple of years or so because it's just an enjoyable game to play. I feel like, especially in the original, I feel like the environment design can be a little bit boring because it's mainly just offices and industrial areas. And here we go with Mike's maturity again.
I mean, this is bound to happen.
Oh, good. Blog guys with dicks.
Exactly.
No god.
No gods, only dicks.
No god. I was
The
gonna
hell
say
happened
no
to the
gods
water?
or kings, only dick.
Oh, there you go. I thought Wiki was trying to remove my my admin privileges or whatever, or it's not even admin. No gods, only dicks. I mean, what else did you expect to be in the rapture room? Okay. This is cobblestone.
I will say,
I have cobblestone.
something I do actually have to say, the actual Fear port to the Xbox 360 was actually an incredibly good port as well. Like it was very, like it is literally just the PC game on Xbox 360, and it's because the first time I ever played Fear was on the Xbox 360. It is generally more enjoyable playing it with a keyboard and I mean, imagine that. But the actual port to the console was very good. The stick movement and everything was very tough. It was generally a very comfortable game to play.
Stick movement, you say?
Yes.
I think I got it right. Alright, champ, let's show you know what to spam. What would that be? I'm not sure why you expected any maturity from me at all.
And clearly, from all the Let's Plays you've done, it's the height of maturity.
Exactly. Everyone should know me by now. Did I fuck this up? Oh no, I'm fine.
Like people not knowing you like to use sniper rifles in games.
Yeah. And Mike is known for his no, that's what was it? What was my arch nemesis brother? Fucking tactical LP, spams the power all the time.
I will say, I remember mentioning it to you when you played Doom 2016.
Yeah.
And you got the I did say, obviously, I said there is a fucking Gauss gun, there is a fucking railgun. I said I know what upgrade you're gonna want to go for first. I said, but go for the other one.
The unlimited ammo one.
No, the upgrade. So you get a choice of 2 upgrades for the Gauss rifle. You have a choice of something called oh god, what the fuck was it called? It was this mode which basically like charges it up and fires like this huge fucking railgun shot. There's that mode, and there's one mode that adds the scope. The mode that's completely broken is the one where you charge it.
Yeah.
But I knew because of the type of person you were gonna want to go for the scope first. So I was trying to say, try not to go for the scope first. Go for the other.
I actually I actually prefer damage. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing though, is the scope zoomed in, but what the hell was the name of the mode for the I need to look it up because it's bothering me now.
Well, so good news. I'm only 5 pieces away for having this whole piece done. Because like in total, this is like 315 pieces to make this damn thing.
This room is incredible. I don't know why you'd ever criticize this room.
Siege mode. It's called siege mode.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Didn't I just go for that on my own anyways? I forgot.
No, you the first one you picked up was the scope because the idea of offering you a Gauss cannon was too tempting to you. And I knew it would be. That's why I was trying to get you to get siege mode first, because siege mode was just broken as fuck.
It was the unlimited ammo that did though in the end.
Yeah, the unlimited ammo, like it's one of the
Mark Mike Lat, that's the one.
perk.
Sorry, it's Mark Mike Lat, Elliot. Mark Mike
Yeah,
Lat.
it's the perks. It's the if you have over a certain amount of armor, you have infinite ammo. I remember the one you're talking about, and then you
Yeah.
can have the other one that
There-
also
there-
makes enemies drop more fucking armor.
There was no. I had this. I remember playing through that. I had this epiphany that I didn't realize. I'm like, I could just use any ammo I want, and then I'm like, oh wait, I could just use the sniper railgun Gauss thing all the time.
It like fucking the ammo perk, the armor perk, and like the gauze can just fucking break the game. Like completely fucking break it. Like it's you can literally just roll through the entire game just fucking gauzing like fucking everything.
And I had so much fun with that actually.
Yeah.
I remember I had to play the game actually again just to get to that kind of point and start fucking around with that. It was so much fun.
Doom 2016 was one of those games that was like it was just better than it had any fucking right to be. It really fucking was.
It was really good.
Which is why I mean, obviously, you know, everyone's kind of excited for Doom Eternal. So even if it is more of the fucking same, people are like, yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but the fact it's delayed, I don't know if I have the highest hopes for it.
Yeah, that does make me slightly. I'd rather them iron out the kinks. Maybe they found something.
Every
that just fucking
I mean
breaks the game.
every time that they have to iron out the kinks, it's never good.
No, it shows something went wrong in the process.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Actually, I'm gonna make a glass thing here, I think. Man, can I actually get a block back? No, I can't.
Yeah, the snap map stuff kind of like it's interesting to see what people did with it. The snap map stuff in Doom 2016 just kind of, I don't know, it kind of got very very boring. And yeah, you're right. Ironically, the best snap maps in Doom 2016 were the snap maps that just tried to recreate like old Quake levels and old Doom levels.
Those were nice. I remember trying it for a little bit. It wasn't bad.
It's not bad, but basically that idea where this is the replacement for like mods, and it's like not really.
Oh, what time is it? 4:14. All right, here's what I'm thinking of doing. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions, but I think there's not so much I have to do in that room anymore. So I think it's a good point to kind of stop off at. So here's what I'm thinking of. What I might end up doing is I might end up just resting my leg, making some dinner, and then I'll come back on and maybe just play a couple games of Dota. I don't know if that sounds good to everyone.
Well, there's one thumbs up in chat.
Well, that's Elliot. Elliot loves Dota. I know Elliot.
Well, I mean, like I would say, you know, because obviously most of your core audience know you play like Dota, and Path of Exile. I mean,
I haven't played Dota in
They-
a while,
they-
actually. In a very long time. That's the thing.
I mean, admittedly, Dota is not my type of thing, but it's just, I mean, as they say in England, horses for courses. Not everyone likes the same stuff. So.
No, I know.
I just never got into those types of games. That's all it is.
Well, I kind of did a little bit later. And they're kind of fun. They're not an all the time kind of thing, but yeah. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna get a sign. Oh shit. We must have what the hell is that? Oh, it looked like the Naga trophy looked like it was vibrating. I mean, still might be a Naga trophy. Look, best. Blank pattern. Do we not have signs? I thought we had like tons of signs. Apparently not.
Oh, that's right. I have Dragon's Dogma Dark. I should like install that, and stream it since I've never fucking played it. That could be fun.
Alright. Even though I haven't played it since the battle pass ended. Yeah, neither have I really. Oh, I didn't play it since actually the last time I played, well, I did play 1 or 2 games, but the main time I stopped playing was when I started working again. So, I've been kind of interested.
Does Dragon's Dogma have an online? I picked up the Dark Arisen edition because it was like on Humble Bundle. So you know, Humble Bundle is just one of those things. It's like $3 for a game. Sure. I kind of wanted to play that at some point, and it's $3. I gotta say that's the one thing that fucking not even so much because you can get like PS4 games on Humble Bundle now. But I mean, that's the one thing I think PC gaming really has over console games is like you get like fucking websites like Green Man Gaming, a Humble Bundle, just sell games like fucking dirt cheap, which is yeah. Which is why, you know, people like Mike and myself end up with like 400, 500 games in our fucking like Steam library. How many games are in your Steam library, Mike?
Way too many. I'll look in a minute.
I should look up too. Here.
Alright, let me have a look. It's a lot.
Games. 250 on the dot.
You are a small son. Watch this. Where is it?
Watch it be like quadruple that.
Maybe.
I have 453.
For some reason it's not loading right now. Uncategorized 706 out of 881. And I'm pretty sure I've categorized some of them.
An 881.
Why can't I manipulate this at all? Why is it broken? Okay. Why is it fucking... Can I use it on my other monitor? No, it's just broken. I think I have about 1,000. What? Why is it doing this? Oh, there we go. It closed it later. I don't know, it's fucking broken. But, yeah, I've never seen it do this
I noticed that your Steam avatar is still like that Yoshi Pepe thing. I thought you hated it.
I love it. It's the best.
Huh. I mean...
I'm too lazy to change it, honestly.
Oh.
Apparently I can't...
I remember you saying that you didn't like it at one point on your, like... No, oh, no, wait. I'm thinking of the Yoshi with glasses. You hated that one, right?
Yeah, I decided to switch off of that. That was the one I switched off of. No gods or kings. Only penis. I feel like it needs something in the butt. A flame coming out. Alright, and then next time we're gonna make the railway to Rapture. And then we're gonna probably start making Rapture. Probably gonna make it near that mountain, just in case someone else wants to build something on there, because that's a pretty cool fortress.
All right, so our goal is having to work our way towards the mountain.
I mean, you could do what you want. I'm not gonna force you to do that. I'm just building stupid shit. I have to fill up this room with other statues, I think, too. I haven't decided anything though.
We need to at least make a statue to honor Marn.
The Marn statue. I mean, does this not honor Marn enough right here? But yeah, I guess so. Something like that. I have to go to go between their legs. Maybe I'll make a statue outside that goes between its legs. I mean, it's the perfect height for that. It'll work. So I think I have to add some more things out there. Dicks and wilderness is right here. Alright guys, I'm gonna rest my leg and then make dinner and then I'll be back on, I don't know, in like maybe like 2 hours or something. So I don't know if Elliot and I don't know who else was interested to be around at that time, but hey. I'm looking forward to it. It was nice talking to you guys, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
That has been our little casual, very lewd session.
Ah,
Eh,
it was only loot at the end. It's okay.
people are lewd by nature, so
Yeah.
that's my excuse.
Alright, see y'all.